Honestly,
Hello,
I've
Victor.
said worse things on stream.
Yes.
You've said worse things on stream.
Oh yes. Well, there's been worse things that I've repeated on stream.
Distracted by the incest.
Yes, that's actually exactly what I was thinking about.
Hello. Hi.
Hello.
It's Tuesday. 3 weeks later.
We're back.
We're
3 weeks
back.
later.
3 weeks later.
It's a time loop, guys.
Insert Always Sunny intro card here. I'm your internet fiend.
Who are you?
Who am I?
Aren't you internet's like,
24601?
friend? And I'm supposed to be internet's worst enemy?
No, I am their best friend and internet fiend.
Okay.
Internet best fiend. Barton of Rivet City Limited. Also Didact on Twitch. And this is Bullet Time.
It is.
Hello friends, it has been a while. Welcome back. I am here to play some Dungeons & Dragons with some people who I consider to be three people who I consider to be my friends, and one who I consider to be a general pain in my ass. Quit watching chat.
Fuck you.
Later, sweetheart.
Your
To
wife is
my
your
right.
It's getting a little bit too personal.
Yeah, right. Locks it on Barbarian.
Hey.
Hey, Goose
Hey. Rage.
Rage. Rage in the cage.
Rage.
Yes.
Despite all my rage, I'm so distant this cage. To the right of my right, locks it on Paladin Dobrin. To the left, Centaur Sorceress Arcadia.
Sparkle, sparkle, magic, magic. Magic missile.
And to the left of my left,
Sup?
This guy.
General Pain in my ass.
I got promoted.
Okay, I don't see how that's a promotion, but okay. General Pain in my ass and Wood Elf Ranger Varys. I don't say your name enough, so I'm kind of lost. But last we left our heroes, shit was starting to go down.
Didn't shit already go down and we're just like
We're
now in the middle of it?
Shit is in a perpetual state of going down.
Okay.
So, it's been a couple weeks. Who wants to fill us in?
Nose goes.
Oh, damn it.
Chat, somebody.
GM didn't. GM.
I'm asking you guys.
Let's tag team it.
Yeah.
All right.
General synopsis. I've called on all of you at least once, so I think you all can.
I'll set the stage, and then I'll pass the ball like a football, and then we'll like kind of do that.
And everyone
okay,
will drop it.
All right.
Run a
So,
timer.
all right. So, Shattered Gang, Krenko's gang, started an all-out war on Foundry Street. We found ourselves at the Hidden Monk and
Apparently, we decided to bunk down at Helicus for a while, figure out what the heck is going on. You three went out to fight the goblins that were coming down the street.
Hey, we didn't go out to fight. We just went out and there was fighting happening. And then they pointed at us and then we protected ourselves. And
We're
then
heroes.
I put a couple of them to sleep just so we could try to talk to them nicely.
In
Some of us
Helica's
did not
weird
want to talk
dungeon
nicely.
basement.
From what I
In
remember,
the
I got spit
wine
on.
dungeon.
Wink, wink. Nudge, nudge.
Totally not a sex basement.
Not a sex basement.
At all.
Oh, I remember that now.
Totally not a sex dungeon.
It's a story.
You guys decided to interrogate without asking if anyone could speak Goblin.
I assumed they were common speakers. I mean, I just made an ass out of you and me, you know what I'm saying?
One of them lost 2 fingers. I don't know how.
They must have fell.
How could that ever happen?
They must have fell.
Must have fell.
So then by the time we heard something happening on the street. Oh no, we went back up. Did we leave the dungeon? Did we go look at what was like coming down the street? It was like a procession of like
Yeah.
official like.
Yeah,
Yes.
we were sneaking, like, we should probably go back in the basement because we don't want to deal with what's out there.
Yeah, because it wasn't, unfortunately, it was angels, not my angels. Correct?
No, it was all manner of.
If you wrote laws and or protected them, your ass is coming down the street is what I assume.
Yeah,
True,
yeah.
true.
So that means people who aren't
There
supposed
are-
to be here are about to get in trouble.
Yeah, there are Azorius, Boros, Selesnya that have agreed to align themselves with Boros to help out.
You just like general law and order. You're
Pretty much, if you
Bum, bum.
have directed by Dick Wolf,
No, created by Dick Wolf.
created by Dick Wolf. Thank you.
It's a masterpiece.
He has a whole cinematic
In the
universe.
criminal justice system.
These are the stories. So pretty much, if you have white in the color identity of your guild in Ravnica, you're essentially coming down the street, except for the Orzhov. So that's
Except
like
for me.
3 of them.
Kind of just buttholes.
Yeah, all the butthole guilds. But yeah, they're all kind of working their way down the street, kind of trying to corral a lot of this fighting.
I have a question.
You have an answer. They're done. Good talk.
Are they walking fast?
Their faces pass and they are homebound.
Okay, thank you.
Uh,
I don't care if I die now.
We've done it.
murdering Goontar tonight. You heard it here first. So let's play some D&D.
All right.
Varys,
Yes.
I think this might be your time to use that fresh leather armor of yours and make sure we don't get arrested. Chop chop.
I'm conveniently turning towards
Helicopter.
Yeah, Helga.
I don't know how much. I don't know how good I'll be in this kind of situation.
But that's like your job.
Here, I got an idea, right? You were helplessly outnumbered against 8 goblins and these bouncers.
I
Right.
don't recommend lying personally.
Protected him. I mean, he ran out
There was
against 8
protection
people. We're not
happening.
lying, we're stretching truth.
There was protection happening.
We better not get Hella in trouble. We're
Yeah.
trying to protect her shop, not get her arrested.
Yeah.
Is there any of the angels outside that I might recognize?
Not that you would know by name.
Does it seem like they care about us?
You're inside. They're not concerned
Like, I'm
about
closing
inside.
the blinds.
So
the
we don't need to
troops
go
that
up to
are
them.
the troops that are passing are not concerned about what's inside the buildings at all.
Cool.
So even with the
So we should
large amount of dead
follow?
bodies right there, they're not.
I mean,
stopping
there's
in?
bodies all over.
There's
There's
bodies
bodies
everywhere.
there.
Everybody's all over.
Yeah. And if you're not standing next to a body, there's no way to pin you to you. murdered
Except for the
this dude.
bodies down in the basement.
Except for the body in the basement.
Yes, that they don't know about yet.
No, one of them is dead.
The other is alive.
The other is alive. No, you killed the other. You killed.
And she put 1 health
Yeah.
into him.
Yeah.
I put a health into one.
No,
of
you
them
killed the
that died.
shower gang one. You said, oh, we don't need this one.
Sounds about what something I would say.
Yeah.
All right.
I was like, oh, I could have asked him questions. I guess he's dead.
Let's go to the tape.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no.
Dead isn't dead. All right. Yeah. Reds. What was the Reds again?
Oh yeah, Guntar coup de grace is one of them. I have it written in my notes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought a coup de grace one that was sleeping.
No.
No.
Oh man.
No.
My death time's getting up there, ladies and gents.
Yeah. Yeah. It's almost like.
He's like
Yeah.
chaotic neutral or something. He just
I'm
kills who he
writing.
wants to
I'm
kill.
writing.
Get on camera right.
I look down at the corpse I killed.
You go that way.
No, but if I go any further, I'm on.
Durbin, was I angry when I did this?
No, this way.
Get closer to yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Here we go.
You got it.
I look down at
professionals.
Or camera framing, tricky.
Dead goblins in the basement.
Dead goblins in the basement.
Just one, right?
One dead goblin. One
Bleeding,
Bleeding.
out.
One injured.
injured. Yeah. Because you hadn't applied the screws, as it were, to that one yet.
Alright, what are we doing? I'm not gonna leave him in her basement. So as soon as this, how much of the art, like, is it still just an endless parade?
It's kind of just like an endless parade of all available units.
So which one was it? We killed the Shatter Gang one, not the Krenko one?
Yeah, we were talking to the Krenko one, and it was just like, I don't know where he is, why would I know?
Yeah. I'm gonna go back down and ask him where Krenko's main hangout is.
Let's do it.
To tell us where the main hangout is, so we at least have a point of reference.
At this point, does it really matter?
Yes.
Which way did Krenko go? That's all we need. We just need Krenko.
Well, if I had a locator on him, that'd be really great, wouldn't it?
It'd be amazing.
Well, great, because nobody has one. We haven't seen him in hours.
What was his last known location?
You're asking a grunt this?
At this point, it's all I got. Who saw him last? Who did he talk to last?
Need information.
Tell me what I want to know!
Who does number 2 work for?
Yeah, that's right. You tell that turd who's boss. Guntar thinks.
I mean, at this point, you're interrogating a low-level grunt that likely he knows who Krenko is. He has a gist of what's going on.
Who's your boss? Give me the chain!
Again, who does number 2 work for?
I will shake your boss for more. You're just gonna watch it, Arcadia, just shake goblins all night long. What do you...
Can you shake them to death?
Yeah?
Yes, actually.
They don't have very strong necks.
No, they don't.
They're like babies.
Yeah, it's like, it's like a bobblehead.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, keep shaking them, please. Keep
No,
shaking 'em,
I'm
'cause-
like, just jostling, not like violently shaking, like, who's your commander?
You have no idea how goblin gangs work, do you?
I only work with these at once.
Then I'll take it as a yes, you have no idea.
Exactly.
Then quit asking.
Then just give me information I need to know.
How can I give you information if I don't know what you want? If I don't know what you want? I know what you want, I can't tell you because I don't know.
That's a pretty good point. I don't hear any of this.
No, you're hearing it in goblin.
Yeah, neither of us are hearing it like in common. We're just hearing gibberish at this point.
That'd be handy.
I need to find Krenko.
So
Who
it's
can
some
get
kind
you
of
Krenko?
compulsion.
Follow the trail of destruction?
That's everywhere.
That's everywhere.
Okay, wherever it's most concentrated.
Alright, we're done with him. We can kill him. In Goblin.
You pointed at me, huh?
I think that means to kill him.
Oh my god, I have to leave this room.
Intimidation. Really?
Oh, sorry, in common. You can kill him now.
Oh no, that was my act. Like I'm snapping his neck. I thought you.
No, we actually killed him.
Oh, you're actually doing this.
Yeah.
Yes.
Don't kill him. We're not monsters.
Guntar already killed the other one.
Oh, that
You
makes
straight up
everything
tortured
better.
the other one.
Yeah.
No, he just murdered him. We didn't even get to question him. We went straight to the
But he
Krenko.
No, this is still the same one we've been torturing.
No, you
No, the
tortured.
first one.
The first one you tortured and died of shock.
Cool. I thought we brought him back.
But we brought him back to one health, to 1 HP.
No, that was the Krenko one we brought back to 1 health. The other one we straight
We
up murdered.
just determined.
This is our D&D argument. Is gonna be
How many
what
goblins-
I think the
actually
best way to like get canon on this is Guntar kills both of them and we move on.
Yep, we're done here.
I mean, okay.
Or
If
excuse me,
that's how.
Guntar incapacitates him. He knocks him unconscious with a tusk, and then shoves his head to the thing, and then he puts the thing back on his lip, and he walks upstairs.
Oh, I thought the other one just hadn't woken up from his sleep yet, because I put both of them to sleep.
How many fucking goblins are alive?
I would like to knock, since we can no longer.
There is a
get any-
non-zero number of goblins.
I would like to knock him out and eventually walk upstairs and try to kind of, hey, you got like a hatch or something I can like toss these guys out in the street on? Helga?
I think we might want to take them like farther away from this building.
Yes, that would be good.
I'd like to not
I would
dump
like-
them.
I would not like to
Yeah.
anger our nice lady here.
Yeah.
No,
Helga.
I'm gonna obviously put him on the Foundry Street where there's lots of dead bodies, where we already established that there's a lot of dead bodies on the street. I want to add 2 more.
All the bodies
the-
hit the floor.
Exactly.
Just want to add.
We just
This
don't
is
want
what-
him to be able to come back and bother
I don't want
us.
Helica to get wrapped for this, is
Right.
what I'm trying to avoid.
So we don't want
So I'm
him
going to
to
ask
even
her,
know where he is.
what's your plan to deal with that? Senior Miss Lady.
She probably
She
doesn't.
doesn't need a
Her plan is probably having us deal with it.
He's actually right. As much as I hate to say it.
It is on us to deal with it. Let's just take these bodies.
Are these people still like walking?
Oh yeah.
Let's take them out
Out the back.
door.
Are they,
Down a couple blocks. Out
do
the
you want a
back.
perception check out the back door?
That would most likely be helpful.
You
Okay.
just want us to.
Should we
what
all do it or should
perception?
just one?
We spotting? Oh, that's what perception is. Different.
That's a pretty good roll.
16.
4. I'm talking to Helica.
Yeah, you are.
See anything out the back?
I rolled an 8.
The fighting hasn't like spilled down the alleys. It's mainly out in the street, so it hasn't come that way yet.
Let's go drop these dudes in an alley.
Let's probably wrap them first. Can I borrow a rug?
Not
Excuse me.
like Helica's rugs.
Here's 15. 15 gold. I'm down to 0 gold.
She points at a roll that's in the corner. That one.
Pleasure doing business with you. I wrap them up, put them on my shoulder,
All yours.
and take them out. I'm still not out of the back area where he got dressed. I'm still waiting in that room, not going out.
There is a grung that has a bucket and a mop, and it is like mopping up the drippings that are coming out of the bottom of the rug as you have it over your shoulder. It's just like every time there's a drip,
He's like that little robot in WALL-E.
You are a dexterous worker. I appreciate it. I like pat him on the back.
and he like falls forward
I'm
before
not.
like picking himself back up. Grung are not hefty people.
I only have a strength of 14.
Yeah, you pop. He just
I like do this to try to help him up.
he like raises his hand and like gets himself up on the mop and just
Like, all I imagine is that little robot
we
from
cleared
WALL-E
it all
walking
the
to your
street?
body.
There.
Are we still seeing stuff going on in the street?
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's an endless parade out
Should
front.
we join the endless parade?
No. We'll be arrested if we join the endless
Why would
parade.
you be arrested?
Curfew.
Curfew.
Oh, is it
Curfew is still in effect.
I don't think you
For-
two would be
for
arrested at this
a little
moment.
I'm
while.
Selesnya. Do I just get like a pass?
I mean, if you were to join in, you would most likely blend with the rest of Selesnya, with the rest of the Selesnians.
And you were just having a really long
And
night.
he would
I was
just
just having
and
a,
he would just blend it because A, this is his district.
Mhm.
and B on Boros.
He's Boros.
We.
Though you
screwed.
two are gonna be the sore thumbs.
Yeah, I've just had one hell of a night.
We could pretend we're arresting these two.
I just want to go home.
Look, I feel like I might be catching us in trouble. And I'm not one for laws, but drunken disorder, that's happened to me once here. That was the last time remember how I said I don't come to the city much?
Very.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah, that's right. You get murdered the second time you're caught, right?
Yeah,
Like,
I don't,
You get 2 and you're done.
yeah, it's not a
So-
third strike.
Yeah, no third strikes.
No,
You
what's a-
just die.
What's a strike?
This is a really weird rule of baseball here.
What's
All right, what should we do?
Uh,
Where would we look?
Well, I think first we should definitely dispose of the bodies.
I think that's a great idea. I'm trying to make sure you shimmy us down the street enough that they don't look down the street.
Yeah.
Sound like a plan?
Yes.
All right. We,
We're going in the back alleys though, right? No
Yeah.
one
Yeah.
back here.
And they have not started searching the alleys yet.
Yes.
Yeah.
we would like to.
Let's go the opposite way of
Yes.
all of this.
Okay. Down. Come down.
Honestly,
Oh.
Arcadia, for her, she actually, because he said Cranko would be where the point of the most destruction is, Arcadia just wants eyes on the city to see where the worst of it is. Because when you're on the ground, you don't...
Right. Yeah.
We're kind of running around with chickens with our head cut off because we have
Yeah.
blue one, right?
So honestly, for Arcadia, she just wants to go home to the tower to get eyes on the district. Because from up there...
Yeah, and you're not very conspicuous either.
No! No, I'm not! Oh, hey, it's Arcadia. Sweet little centaur for visit.
What is that dripping red carpet on her back? Oh, I'm just kidding. All right.
That's wrong all the way.
We just
All
continue
right,
to talk about this, and he's just still there, just.
Well, 6-second rounds, people. This is a fast conversation.
It should go Varys, Guntar, me,
Dobrin.
Dobrin out the door, down the back alleys.
Yes, I agree.
If we get caught, arrest me. You hear?
I
You-
gladly.
And if you get me arrested, really,
No, it's...
Yeah,
That would be
it's me, Guntar,
I'm the end of this.
and then
sandwich.
swap Dobrin with Arcadia.
Yep. There you go, that's our marching order.
Yes.
Okay.
That way, Boros in the front, Selesnya...
Boris in the front. Boris in the front. Rackus in the back.
Before we prep, I'm gonna do my cloak, so I'm just like a big, like,
You're like
A
just
cloak
big
holding
green
a
mass.
carpet.
yeah, pretty much. 2 carpets. Or 1 carpet. They're small, 1 carpet.
I mean, you could probably have them like
Look at him, give
over
me
like
two.
this, one carpet like this.
Just
With
get
them
a
both.
spine snap.
No, they're at like the ends of the carpets, and they're just kind of wrapped around like this, like a towel.
There's feet coming out one and the head coming out the other. It's like Vincent Adultman. It's 3 goblins and a rolled up rug.
That was gonna come out way better than you thought it was.
Alright, so...
So I say,
And we go.
Night, sweetheart.
Thank you for all your help, Helika.
Thank you for telling me I was right.
It'll be the last time ever.
hey,
That's
We're
for
leaving
damn
you
sure.
alone now.
well, good thing your shop didn't get that messed up
Oh my god.
by them. I walk out.
And we're walking.
And she
we're
just
walking.
shakes her head as the 4 of you leave. And just and you guys exit to the alley behind the hidden monk.
With the plan is,
Yes.
we want to dump the bodies on our way towards the Is-It Tower. Because once
Correct.
there... Why do you have these people in the tower?
Don't ask questions.
Do you really want to be a part of this experiment? No, we're good.
I have a cop here. Do you really want to be a part of this?
No. It's Is-It. It's my territory.
Oh, true.
Why do you have the Boros?
Don't ask questions.
Don't ask.
Yeah, I mean-
I'm thinking that we should start heading towards the tower, and then on our way there, dump the bodies. Like our main priority is getting to the tower. Secondary objective is getting rid of the bodies.
Alright, roll encounters on the way to the tower. Stash bodies in a convenient area.
Yes.
I have an idea.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we should just roll the rug. I think we should probably like maybe set it ablaze.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, no, time out.
That's not that bad of an idea because I thought about it too.
Only because I don't want the hidden rug to be like.
Exactly.
That's my
Exactly.
thought.
The
That's my
rug.
thought.
Exactly. I was thinking the same thing. So I'm like,
Evidence.
I'm like,
Give them the
they
evidence.
track it back. I
They're
know
not-
they would track it back. Who has fire on them?
She does.
Yeah, that's right. She
She
does.
does have produce flames. We're still walking.
Okay,
Is this a bad idea?
Arcadia,
I think if a
you
fire
would
starts
know
in the
where
alleyway,
home is from here.
Yeah.
You guys said you wanted to go the opposite direction that everybody's going in. That's the wrong direction.
No,
Fuck.
No, opposite meaning we're not taking the main street,
Okay,
We're
so like if you're going the opposite direction that everybody's coming, where everybody's going, you're going the wrong way.
No, my opposite meaning
Yeah,
instead of
Double back.
well, where's the
going
tower?
parallel to them,
Where's
not going
opposite?
Yeah.
Where's
We're gonna
the
go.
tower? Where's your home?
The tower is on the edge, isn't it?
Is the tower behind the opposite direction where everyone's going? Or is it the same way other people
The
are
tower is in the same direction.
It's in the same general direction that people are moving.
I see.
So you're gonna have to go with the flow at some point.
But it's easier to blend in once we...
It's a little bit less easy to blend in when we set a rug on fire and it starts smelling like goblin blood.
Well, it already smells like goblin blood,
Alright.
goblin blood out here.
We don't leave the rug with them.
Get yourself a nice cold 6
I'll take the rug with me.
ouncer of goblin piss.
Let's just roll out the goblins in the street with all the other goblin bodies and then
Just on a little side street, just a couple of dead opposite gang goblins, it's fine.
ditch the rug in I don't know, somewhere where no one questions that there's a rug.
I mean, you paid for it.
Yeah.
Man, that
How-
rug really
how big
ties
is
the
it?
room together.
How big is it? Because I'm a survivalist. I bought this damn thing. I might take it with me.
I mean, it's a decent
It's a nice
sized
yoga
floor
rug.
rug. It's not a yoga mat. It's bigger
It's a
than yoga.
guitar yoga mat.
Yeah, it's a guitar sized yoga mat. Which is to say, it's like what 6 by 8, or what? How big is that rug that we just took out of the
That's I'd say about 5 by 7.
5 by 7?
Interior design with your friends.
Intel still has it.
Yeah, it's an area rug. It's essentially an area rug.
Now, is it a rectangle rug? Or
Yes, it's a rectangle.
Okay.
It's a rectangle rug.
Lovely pattern.
Lovely pattern.
Covered in
I might
blood.
use this. Hey,
Dump the
really
cow.
ties my room together.
Really.
You think I don't have skulls in my...
rug pissers.
No, I
My
guarantee
house.
that you have.
Just
skulls.
wait. I'm gonna have a goblin come in and piss on that rug.
He comes in and pisses on my
Yes,
rug.
the
He's
money
going to die.
kunta.
On our way.
On our way.
On our way.
What do you think? 3 blocks enough?
It should be good, and they are opposite gangs, so even if
Yeah.
we just dump them that way, it's like, oh, they somehow mutilated each other.
Does anybody have good staging? Make it look like they're fighting?
I mean,
One snap, one that. Okay.
No, you
They're
should just
just
leave a,
dead, just leave
a
them there.
Romeo and Juliet
I mean,
note.
I'm just the voice. I'm just the faceless
Leave a
void.
note that says, "I'm sorry that it didn't work out. I
Romeo
love you
and
forever."
Juliet shit.
Let's just dump the bodies and just be done with it.
Dude, Gunther takes the trunk with like one end and his
Oh,
hand with
yeah,
the
use
other,
your
and he
trunk.
like, and they just go, and then he rolls it back up, puts it on his back.
All right, now you have a rug.
We now have the party rug.
We are down 15 gold, but we are up 1
I'm
rug.
down 65 gold. I have
Yes,
0.
You've got a blood-stained rug.
And that's why I bought it. That's why I wanted to keep it.
Too bad.
Trophy
Too
hunter.
bad somebody doesn't have prestidigitation anymore to get rid of that.
He's a trophy
You think
hunter.
I would
Like
want the
OxyClean.
clean rug?
It's like OxyClean.
You think I'd want the clean rug? Gunther wouldn't want the
Hi, Gutar here with OxyClean.
No, for prestidigitation. For prestidigiclean.
Alright, I'm gonna make that commercial at one point.
Alright.
I have a skit idea.
No, not now.
Not now. Table talk. Table talk. Alright, we're gonna keep going down these back alleys following the main road to the tower.
I think we should do so. That's a good idea.
Yes.
Get the high ground.
That's it.
Guntar, I need the high ground.
Hey,
You never lose when you have the high ground.
that was the first time Guntar was like, she was a little intimidating. Not really, but kind of. If I spoke Goblin, I'd be a little intimidated. All right, let's move.
Alright, yeah, you guys begin to move up the street. As you guys are moving, eventually you guys get past where that starting of that marching line is, and the fight. So it's less marching, more fighting. In the block down from you. Yeah.
You just hear goblins being thrown.
I mean, yeah, it's happening. There's Loxodons and Minotaurs and Giants just hucking goblins.
Do some splat up against the building.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
You best know that's
Yes.
happening. The ones that are putting up a fight and not being detained by Azorius are getting,
Splatted.
just getting hooked.
Arcana doesn't want to know why she knows the blood splatter velocity of goblins, but she does. She's like, oh, I can tell how fast that one was thrown. Let's keep going.
Yep.
Man, this looks cool.
Look at the size on that one. Fuck. Guntar thinks of himself as he sees a particularly big Minotaur.
Yep. Yeah. Minotaurs are.
It's like, damn. Damn. That one's a big one. All right, moving on. He played D-line.
You as a Minotaur.
Pretty much.
Yeah, as you guys are moving up, it takes you a little while, but you do get to that first rubble site of that warehouse that was bombed. It's still like some of the walls, portions of the wall are still up, but most of it has collapsed in. Still on fire. There's nobody really like standing around outside. It's just chaos on the other side of this rubble pile now. Further up the street, you can see where another warehouse might have been, and then the third warehouse even further down. I would like a perception from all of you as you're looking up the street.
That's it, actually.
I rolled a 5.
5, 8,
19.
2, 19.
He's in the front.
I am at the front.
You are in the front. You do see the non-goblin or the non-goblin fighting. You can definitely see where that line is, where it's just pure goblin on goblin action. But you can see further down, your elf eyes do see.
What do your elf eyes see?
There, every once in a while, there is kind of like a wave of goblins that kind of gets thrown.
Fuck.
Very similar to what you're seeing from like the giants and minotaurs and loxodons as they're kind of shield
Just bashing
bashing
them.
or
But let me guess, it's different to that.
it's very similar to that.
Okay.
And that's way further up the street.
Okay.
You would need, that's the bare minimum you would need to notice this happening.
Okay.
It's like when you're at like the state fair
Mm-hmm.
and you're at the top of the hill and you can see all the way down past the Coliseum and you can just see
The wave of people.
the wave of people. You can't make out anything that's like way down there, but you can just tell it's just a mass of people.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of what this looks like.
Okay. Guys, I have troubling news. There is just a wave of just everything down this way.
It's not. It's just like, and it's not like coming at you. It's like
Sorry, did I say wave? I meant just ocean, just standing ocean, just out that way.
because it.
There's oceans on Ravnica.
It comes up like you'll see it like come up on one side and then it'll come up on the other side.
Yeah, that ocean that I was saying, yeah, there's just like waves just splashing up against, each side of just goblins. I recommend that we change directions just slightly and not interact with that.
List lazily to the
Right.
right.
So,
Well,
Goontar's
the right
like,
would be into the crowd.
Okay, left.
List,
Left.
list lazily to the left.
Yeah, because at this point, the Foundry Street kind of takes like a slight right-hand turn. Like it's going and then it kind of like turns just a slight bit.
So it's like Park Ave actually coming to downtown.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not Minnehaha. It's not.
Almost, but not as sharp.
Yeah, we'll go because Portland and
Well, no, if you're
Portland and Park do come into the
Local
county.
geographic references to find out D&D references.
hey, it works. Sorry for those of you who don't live in the Minneapolis area, you're kind of screwed.
get over it.
I say full speed ahead. Leroy.
Shake it.
Thanks.
Would you like to rage?
No. Goontar, against better judgment, pouts a little bit as we veer to the opposite way of the crowd.
I mean, would you like to get arrested or try to fight your way through, get arrested and or get injured?
Can we just watch? Is this wave
Yes.
coming towards us? Can we just watch it?
It's not coming towards us, it's just
blocking.
in our way.
It's at a certain point up the road that it's.
Basically, we're just going around it.
It's an obstacle that we are moving around.
Okay,
Yeah, it's a ways up.
Yes.
but we're not going a different direction. We're
No,
still
no,
going-
we're going.
We're still going in the same general direction, we're just making a slight
We're
detour.
just listing lazily to the left around it.
Speaking of injured, how beat up are you from those goblins?
Can I cast a spell?
You can do whatever you want. It's D&D.
I would like to cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Sure. Burn that spell slot. Burn, baby, burn.
I roll a 20 for that, correct? Or what do I roll? For Cure.
Roll your hit dice, right?
Is it my hit dice?
I believe it is a.
No, that's for a short rest.
Cure Wounds is spending stuff out of your hit die pool. Or it's spending out of your.
I think
It's spending out of your healing pool. Or no, Cure Wounds is a die roll.
Yeah.
Cure Wounds is a
Yeah,
die
lay
roll.
on hands
Lay
is
on
out of
hands
the
is
pool.
out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in 3-5 it was my hit.
I think it's
I'm
either
in S's, what the hell am I
it's
doing?
either a D6 or D4. They have different variety.
Yeah.
How many? I don't know.
Where are the, okay.
What are you at?
Creature you touch regains a number of hit points equal to 1d8 plus their spellcaster ability
D8.
modifier.
I lied.
Okay,
No,
so
my hit
1d8
dice
plus
have to
3, okay.
Mine's a D.
That is...
Nice, that's
And is
nice.
it one extra D8 per level upcast?
I'm actually gonna roll it. We
Yeah,
have the
he's
type
only
believe
of
level
so.
one
class.
though, so.
Oh, he's only got one level spell?
Yeah, I don't have level 2
So
spells
when we
yet.
get to before our next fight,
I regain
whenever we
10
can-
health, so I'm back at max.
Alright.
What is your max?
23.
Okay. I'm
I was at
half,
fif-
and I'm
I was at
still
15.
Yeah, I remember you got beat up after last fight
Because those fucking goblins fucked me up.
because you have a big Loxodon saying, "Let them attack me," and then you charge out in Tiny Tina style. All around the stack, just like Alright.
I'm gonna play the siren. Her name is Brick, and she's the priest.
You feeling better?
Yeah.
And I give him the old Goontar pat. So
The
It's a
back
punch.
cracking 5-star. The back cracking 5-star that is.
No,
like-
it's like
that's
the-
what actually, like,
it's
it's like that makes me feel just a little bit better. It's just that my back is cracking, it's just like, God, it actually righted my back, thank you.
yeah.
Oh, I didn't know I was hurting you. I thought you were stronger than that. I apologize. I won't.
Alright,
Are we-
so we're
are we
listing
still-
lazily. We're still listing lazily.
Sure.
What time? How long have we been walking?
It's been maybe 10 minutes.
It's not that far down.
Yeah. The districts, you can probably get across a district in, the districts are maybe a mile across each.
Okay.
So, at a decent pace, you can probably, at a leisurely pace, it would take you 20 minutes to get from one end to another walking.
But we're leisurely listing quickly.
I'm trying to stay out of sight too. So
Mm-hmm.
cool beans.
Yep.
I'm with it.
Yeah, so as you guys are moving, you know, as you move up, less and less of the guild fighters and more of the gang fight.
Oh, good. We're
Stuff
back to.
Back to normal.
Yeah. Oh boy, like a normal
At
day
least
for
I
me.
don't get arrested here. I feel more comfortable.
Oh,
You gotta
I
see-
see.
you get a little
It's
smile.
Tuesday.
And
It's like a normal Tuesday.
I need another perception as you guys reach that second bombing
18.
site.
17.
Nice.
21.
Nice.
15.
Nice.
All right, Miss Arcadia, you or everybody is able to what do you get?
17, 18, 15, 21.
15. Okay.
21.
Yeah.
So those of you who got 15 or above are able to see what Varys saw earlier with the kind of that occasional wave of
Goblins.
goblin bodies flying up out of the yeah. But you also notice that there's kind of a where this wave is coming from. There is almost like a ring around where this wave is coming from. Arcadia, you actually are able to hear.
You really need guys to need better ears over there.
Well, you're able to see everything, but you're also able to hear this machine. It's something that normally you would need something much higher to discern this noise above the rattle, but you are able to identify it as an is it machinery that you're hearing. So at the center of this ring of fighting, that there is you still can't tell, but you can hear kind of the whine of servos and things like that, like the steam pistons and things, as goblins are being thrown.
Okay. Well, I can tell you why they're being thrown. There's an is it machine over there.
I can see the damn thing. It's confounded.
Would they be able
The
to?
hell is it?
They wouldn't be able. You're not able. You're able
Will
to
we see the
you're
bodies?
seeing the bodies,
But not the machine.
but not the
Okay.
machine.
Yeah, I see him flying. Oh, there he goes. That one got distance.
Yeah.
That's good.
It's gone.
That would make sense.
I don't know what machine it is. It's not one of mine.
You guys have, there's machines that throw people?
It's not one of mine. But yeah, I would
Oh.
put it past another one of my guild mates.
Okay.
It's very unnatural.
It's very natural. You just haven't been around, is it?
Unnatural.
You don't know much of these, my friend, do you?
No.
Make a lot of sense.
So are you scared of this machine? Should we keep going?
Well, I'm not sure who's driving it, and I don't think they'd care really who got in the way at this point.
Is it like a plow of some kind?
The giant snow plow.
Well,
Out
it's
of
not.
the way!
Won't talk
It's
us
a
like this. We can
bulldozer
just
from
stop it.
Borderlands. Just got a giant bulldozer and a shield. Just
Loaderbot!
Oh, let's just go around.
Okay.
I'm
Decide
gonna
that-
keep my eyes out. Does it look like a rhino or a Ceratok? Like, as I get close, I want to, because Guntar doesn't understand like machines, so like he's trying to equivalent it to a beast. He would see on the reg. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
All right, cool.
Yeah. As you guys get nearer and nearer, if you guys are keeping eyes on that spot as you're moving, thankfully there hasn't been any interference to come at you. But there is actually Guntar and Varys.
Hi.
Give me perceptions.
And you're in the front.
Oh, buddy.
Oh my.
Oh, buddy.
Is that a
That's the natty one.
the natty one?
Good thing I'm looking
No,
at
remember, if it's not in the tray,
Oh, okay. Cool.
+3.
5.
5.
14.
14. Neither of you notice anything out of the ordinary.
Does my thing kind of flap over my eye and I'm just kind of like,
No.
Okay, cool.
No.
Did I perchance see both of them perk up for a second and then just like shrug?
No. Just it was something I wanted them to see if they
Notice.
caught it, which they did not.
we missed.
It's
It's
a secret that we'll use for later.
We're gonna die.
I'm scared.
But as you guys are continuing to move up, if you're continuing to watch this ring of
Destruction.
destruction,
I play my trap card, Ring of Destruction.
it is moving up the street the same direction that you are.
With us or
It's
against?
moving with you.
Okay, towards the tower.
Yep. It's moving that way, but it's also buffing those.
Goblins.
Are there goblin guts flying on us?
No, you're too far away for that to happen. Also, I didn't tell you if there was a splash zone or not.
That's why I wanted to ask.
uh,
Because I know Guntar would be happy.
lives in it. He lives in it.
Blood.
Green. Sorry.
Wrong show.
Long show.
Anywho.
I'm checking for the. How far away from the tower are we at this point?
It's still a pretty good distance. You're coming up to where that third warehouse was,
Okay.
that third explosion.
I wanna, has the fighting really died down on this end?
No,
Okay.
it's still as strong.
As strong?
Yeah. It's not like there's a lot of fighting going on, but it hasn't increased, but it also hasn't decreased.
It's
like-
not been stabilized.
No, it's like there's a portal open somewhere and it's just dumping more goblins in, more opposing sides of goblins. It's like horde mode if it was goblin on goblin warfare.
The
This
Chitauri
might have been a
in
good place to
Avengers
dump
1.
those goblins.
Yes.
Too bad. They're a couple.
Can I
they're a
interest
couple
you in
blocks
some
back.
premium goblin on goblin action?
I like
Or
it.
help.
I can't be that bad because I wrote in my notepad Goblin X Goblin Action.
Goblin X Goblin action. You.
You're the
dirty
worst
dirty
kind of person.
I know.
Dirty man.
I know.
If you watch bee sex on Pornhub, they donate to help save the bees.
The more you know.
Facts we provide for you.
So if you'd like to support the bees, go watch Pornhub.
Yeah.
But only the bee sex videos.
After you're done
After you
here.
watch us.
After you're done here.
For your late night entertainment.
Yes.
I'm just
Ums for the poor.
awkwardly umming my way through this.
Some spare ums.
Hey, you pretty eyes.
Which one is Pretty Eyes?
You.
Okay.
You're in front. You're the elf.
For break, I'll talk about it later.
Okay. Anyway.
Minotaurs have pretty eyes.
He thinks you're cute.
That was me calling him effeminate, which is an insult for Gutar.
I understand.
Cool. Just making sure
He thinks
everybody.
you're
is-
cute.
No, I have something to say that only like those two would get.
Relevant.
Relevant.
Yes.
So are we going
I think
any direction right
we're
now?
going to the third warehouse.
We're passing the third warehouse. I am trying to keep us going to the tower because I do want, like I said, I want,
Towards.
yeah,
Okay. Onward.
onward.
Okay.
Is there anything out of the ordinary in the area that we're in that I could probably like figure out?
No.
Okay.
I appreciate the chance to investigate.
Can I roll for investigation?
No, you cannot.
Not.
Arcadia, though, I would like you to roll perception with advantage.
Okay.
19. That is absolutely enough. You don't even need to get quite to the next warehouse before you can actually see what this is. Imagine, if you would, you're familiar with the movie Aliens.
Which one?
Aliens.
Okay.
That would be the second one.
I know.
The climactic scene of Ripley fighting the alien queen in the exosuit, get away from her, you bitch! Thing. Okay, so it's like that. But it's in a fantasy setting. And instead of a giant alien queen, it's lots of littler goblins. As another goblin is in a...
Is it mech?
It is it like exosuit.
God.
Definitely not one of my machines.
It is
Clearly.
what you would identify as a loading rig. This is usually a utility
It's for
machine
hauling stuff around.
for moving large boxes that would, or heavy bits of things that would need moving.
Is it the exosuits from Matrix Revolutions?
No.
Damn it!
It's
No.
like from
What did I say? Aliens.
I know!
Aliens
but like,
and Matrix are two
Aliens.
totally different
I
things.
know, but...
real world equivalent. It's like that Japanese robo-skeleton suit for moving boxes.
Yes, but at a much larger, steampunkier scale.
Okay.
How tall would Arcadia see this thing be?
These things would be over 8 feet.
Oh.
Okay, so it's like eye to eye with Guntar. Or it's a little bit bigger than Guntar. Guntar has to look up a tad bit.
The total height of the loading rigs are taller than Guntar and Dobrin, but where the pilot is more centered on the trunk of it.
Cool.
I just want to point out that for a second there in the feed you were like, aliens.
Aliens. Have you ever seen Aliens? Aliens.
That's pretty funny.
Aliens.
They're fucking new.
Memify me.
It's
Um,
wonderful.
Do I recognize the pilot?
You would not recognize the pilot at this
Some
distance.
rando goblin.
No.
I would
Fighting
hope it's not
goblins,
another
right?
goblin.
It's fighting goblins.
Okay.
Is it
Is it
fighting?
also a goblin?
Too far to tell the
Can
pilot.
I,
Fucking
can I
goblins.
zoom closer to try to see who it is without triggering?
I mean, to get close enough to see, you would have to get onto Foundry Street.
Oh, okay.
From where you are in the alley, you can tell that it's this utility
No, is it?
exosuit mech
Well.
thing.
We can go to Foundry Street because we won't be arrested right now. I mean, I'm not worried about goblins. I'm more worried about us getting arrested before we got to where we could find information. If you guys feel comfortable checking that out.
I want to at least, just in case it's somebody I do know.
Sure.
Allies are a good thing sometimes because sometimes they're dicks.
Also, I want to know who got into the mech suits again.
A mech suit?
Again?
What the fuck's a mech suit? Guntar says out loud.
Yeah.
Mechanical suit.
What the fuck's a mechanical suit?
What do you do with those?
He's not from the city.
Well, technically I am.
All right. Are we moving in that direction?
We're encroaching slowly but cautiously.
I mean, granted, the goblins are in melee with themselves. There's not much here that would,
Draw there.
yeah.
As long as we don't go rampaging in.
Good card.
Yo,
Varys.
I am raging, keeping my ground. Usually.
Okay.
Alright, so going down close as I can. See who it is.
Then if you're gonna try and see who it is, roll me another perception.
I'll let her scooch by me so she gets better view.
Okay.
Just focus.
Doesn't confer advantage or anything, so just straight.
17.
It is a goblin.
It's a goblin. Can
Mhm.
I see what color they're wearing?
So the way that this machine has them in, it's almost like a Bjorn.
Because I want to see if it's Sparky.
No, it is not Sparky. You know what Sparky looks like. This is not Sparky.
It's not Sparky.
No.
It's not my goblin.
It's not even remotely one of your goblins.
Which would make the only sense of what, like, oh, son of a.
Friend or foe?
Can't tell, just
Can't
goblin.
tell, just goblin.
Because I can't see the colors.
No. And as you are looking at it, the machine kind of sweeps, and it doesn't really care what colors the other goblins are wearing, and it just sweeps through and just gets a whole forearm of these things and just woof, and just bodies.
Does one come land close to
It doesn't. No, it's not towards you.
Okay.
But
I have like a really cinematic image in my head of that happening.
No, it wasn't throwing goblins at you. It was throwing them the opposite side of the street from you.
Well, doesn't look like he likes the goblins. That's probably a good thing, right? Not a mathematician.
So this is just some kind of like epic weird goblin throwdown happening.
Yeah, I mean there are brown goblins attacking this thing, but there are red goblins attacking the brown goblins. But the big mech does not give a shit who it's fighting.
Mecha goblin don't care.
But it could also be a red goblin because I'm pretty sure goblins are just expendable. So he probably just doesn't give a damn if it is his people or not. Just pointing that out.
And the brown goblins are aligned with Krenko?
No,
red.
reds are.
Okay.
Browns are better.
Which, fun fact, everybody, I played for the first time in the D&D, Magic the Gathering game this weekend. No big deal. Okay. That's it.
Oh, you just played red goblins?
No, I played the card Shadow Gang Brothers.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Was it 2 of them or 3 of them?
It was 2 of them in the art.
So
I specifically asked for that when we were drafting. I was like, if anybody sees this card, let me see it because I want to know.
yeah, well, because if
One's dead.
you read this campaign,
Mhm.
this campaign is canon in the lore of
MTG.
MTG. This particular story we are doing is canon.
Oh. The procession of officials, are we still approaching that, or are we just parallel to it and we don't?
No, it's behind
Yeah,
you.
we passed.
You passed
that.
it.
Because
We
they had to
don't. We didn't have
fighting.
any idea where they were going.
They were following.
Shit, they're just trying to get along.
They're trying to
They are trying to
pacify.
disperse. They are trying to enforce and disperse.
Yeah, essentially think of like riot cops,
And the shields.
and they are like trying to corral this.
And we just snuck around.
Yep.
What do you think, team? Do we engage or try to figure out what the hell that thing is?
We don't see the goblin in the mech wearing red.
I can't tell.
Do we
where
see
it's-
any red aligned goblins?
Oh, there's
The-
red and brown out there.
The only red ones that we see are fighting the brown ones who are fighting the mech. But again, like I had said before,
Yeah, the red goblins seem to be protecting the mech.
yeah, which
Okay.
How,
we
how
don't.
tall is
Can I?
the
what
building
about
to the left of us, or to the right of us? How tall is any building in this alleyway?
Total of 3 or
Probably
just 3 additional?
probably
I
2 or
need
3
three
stories.
additional.
Here's another one, and here, so.
Okay.
All right, what's the square footage around that mech?
The radius of the kind of that fighting ring, that the perimeter, is the radius is maybe 20 feet.
Okay.
What you thinking over there?
Magic missile.
I think she's thinking something else.
Ooh. Ooh, okay.
Are we thinking fighting right now? Because I would mind.
Well,
Dobrin,
that can be,
Dobrin,
that can
let's
be
ask you.
used as
I
a
feel like I
distraction.
did
Yeah,
some
that's
things
what I was
without asking,
thinking.
and I didn't want to offend my fellow
Arcadia
brother.
is thinking of
Right.
actually using a very good distraction.
What's the idea?
I'm thinking of casting a distance spell called Cloud of Daggers
Mhm.
on the suit.
Sure.
That way it,
And we engage or disengage?
well, either way we can figure out from there, so.
It'll at least it could be used as a distraction for us to get probably past all this.
Well, we could probably pretty easily get past all this without
Without
engaging
casting
at all.
that, but at the same time,
There's a
Wait.
higher chance that we could get detected.
no, I wanna take out that mech suit.
Oh, yeah, that too.
Cause
We don't know who's piloting it.
we don't know who's piloting it, and at this point, I'd rather not have goblins that aren't my goblins.
I'd rather just not die.
I don't want Izzet tech in non-Izzet hands.
That too.
How about
Alright.
we pass this group, and then on our way out, attack the mech to disable it, and whatever. But make sure we've cleared the area more or less. We can easily what do you call it? Like do a tact retreat.
Well, I can cast this 60 feet away on
Yeah.
that point.
So let's get on the side that we want to be on before we.
So sneak back
Gotcha.
down and around.
I mean, I think we could go through it too, because that procession's not anywhere near us. The goblins are busy.
Yeah, but the goblins could also engage us.
I don't know if they give a shit about us.
Moving through the street will half your speed, just because of how crowded it is.
Yes.
Okay. So you want to go around?
Yes,
to
it'd
stay
be-
full speed.
It'd be
Sure.
favorable.
And then you can attack on one. We're on the other
The other
side,
side.
and then if everyone's like, "Huh?" then we're like, "Peace out."
Scatter!
Yeah, I mean, there's fighting on both sides of this thing.
Yeah, so back down and around.
So wait, what? You're going back into the alley?
To go around it to get pop out on the other side.
Because she did move out closer towards the street.
No, I got to the edge.
So she could see.
Okay.
So she's going to come back to the rest of the group, and then we're going to continue on.
All right. Yeah.
We're gonna go around the fighting. It seems like.
Well,
Bring it
the fighting
around
is
town.
everywhere.
The fighting is everywhere. You're not gonna get. It's essentially Foundry Street has become a river of fighting. There's no way that you're gonna get around.
It's a river of blood.
Okay.
Okay, so we basically have to get through Foundry Street to get to the tower, is what you're saying.
You either have to follow Foundry Street or, yeah, get through it.
It could still be used as a distraction against the mech. So, it can be used as a distraction against the mech, therefore freeing up space in the street for us to get through faster.
Yeah, I guess I could clear the street.
I'm just spitballing ideas here. We need to get to the tower.
Yeah. However,
So, if we take down the mech, we take out a little bit of this wave so we can get through.
Yes.
Are we so sure that somebody in the neck is a red or brown?
We saw that it's a goblin in there,
Yeah.
and it's not a good goblin. And
What?
you know a lot of good goblins.
I know.
Well, it's not any of my goblins.
And with the fact that that Krenko's goblins are not fighting the mech?
Is anyone like lawful?
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
yeah. I'm still dumbfounded that he let you torture.
No, he was like mine. What fine yet rustic architecture. He did walk away.
I did walk away.
He's like, I don't see it. I have no idea what's going on down there.
Because
I think
he-
Arcadia's just talking
I
to the
think he
nice
didn't want that
goblin.
smoke.
Because he wasn't going to go into attack, and I'm like, I just don't want to see this.
I don't think we should attack things unless they attack us first. That was my 2 cents. That being said, I won't stop you from blasting this, because I understand you do not want Izzet technology being used for harm. On principle.
I
Um,
know
It
that
is a
goblin
loader
doesn't bother
bomb.
me. I'm just saying.
What?
The mech is a loader bot.
Yeah. The name of the creature is Loader Rig.
Alright. I'm going to cast Cloud of Daggers on
Absolutely.
the mech.
On the Mac.
as the center point.
All right, and that creates a 5-foot radius. So
Yeah.
basically just the square it's in.
Yep.
Okay. All right. You do it. It doesn't have to make a save. You just roll damage.
Mm-hmm.
I know Cloud of Daggers because I play a bard that uses Cloud of Daggers a
7.
lot.
7. So,
7 total.
unless I add my spell attack bonus.
You do not.
So it's 7.
7 piercing?
No, I'll need those.
Or 7 slash. It's 7 slashing.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You do, and like the daggers are kind of, around the thing, and every little hit kind of just sparks fly off of it, but it doesn't look like it does much to it, as it's.
Even to the goblins that were being in its zone as well?
No, so here's the thing. Cloud of Daggers just handles what's in that space. It's a 5-foot space, which, if you are on a grid, is one creature,
Yeah, it's a tiny-
one medium creature space.
It's a penny.
Yeah, if you think about it, like Cloud of Daggers would just cover you.
Okay.
It's not going to cover Nate.
So it doesn't get into the armor, into the suit?
No, it's the creature inside is actually pretty well protected.
That would make sense.
Did they look as to see? Did they react to see where this
Yeah,
cloud of
yeah.
daggers came from?
It
Is that
just kind of appeared, and the you can see the head of the creature that's in there, kind of looking around to see where it might have come from, but they don't see. And it moves, so it starts to move. Its friends start to move. Now I'll need another one.
13.
13. Oh, Jesus. So, the goblins that were protecting it didn't notice that this thing had started. The rig moves out of the
Which?
cloud. Nope, it's whether it starts its turn or
Moves into it.
moves into it.
Okay.
This is moving into damage. One of these goblins,
Oh god.
oblivious to everything around him, moves in and
It's just one broadsword just comes out of a cloud.
well, no, it's a bunch.
Whirling
So
daggers.
Cloud of Daggers is literally a floating chipper shredder.
Oh god.
You were not there for this game. This was another game we played at 2D. The whirling blades that mulched the butterflies.
in the fairy fire.
In the fairy fire. Yep, yep. So there was just this glowing mass of butterflies that just got chewed up by this Cloud of Daggers. This is exactly what happens to that goblin. If you think of the
The ninja shredder?
no,
Slap chop.
no, the Ninja Blender.
Yeah.
Okay, where it has like 3 different rows of blades.
I love it.
Or if you think of like the old YouTube series, Will It Blend? This is not unlike that, but there is no containment unit. So the goblin backs into it, and it's like a when you put paper into a shredder and it pulls the paper in. That happens. It's like a turnstile of death, and it sucks this goblin in and mulches him on the spot. There is an absence of goblin, but an abundance of goblin smoothie.
Did it have the
Pomegranate.
the concession stand down in the back? Goblin smoothie?
Goblin smoothies.
I have a thought for the tavern.
Cactus juice. It'll quench you. It's the quenches. All right.
So are the Browns still chasing after this?
Oh yeah, but now they're going around this whirling dervish of death.
I'm hoping some pushing and shoving happens into it.
There may or may not be. You don't need to roll damage on that, it just happens.
How many creatures, so there's innumerable creatures. How
There is
many
a
hit points-
non-zero number of creatures.
How many hit points could they possibly have right now?
Anywhere from 1 to
Enough that if I
18.
cast sleep again, we could at least get kind of close to where we're going.
I mean, if you cast sleep, how much can you cast sleep for?
How much? It depends on my 5d8. That's the total
Five-
hit points.
That's a total of what?
That's the total hit points I can affect.
It's 5d8.
Starting with the lowest, it'll
So that's
affect.
40.
It'll start with like yeah.
Okay.
Max 40.
So max of 40. So I mean,
Realistically,
average
30%, 20% have to be like pretty close.
average, you're probably gonna maybe get 2 or 3 goblins out of it.
But they've been fighting for a while and poking each other, so they can't possibly have that many hit points.
Yeah, but there's a lot of goblins.
Yeah, there are, like I said, it's an
So that's
ocean
at
of goblins.
least
It's a-
like
it's-
10.
It is if
In
they
a
were,
straight line, that at least gets our party.
they
that
are
far.
humanoids, but they are humanoids, so I don't feel bad saying it. It's a sea of humanity.
Oh, the humanity.
I think if they're avoiding the whirling dervish, I bet if we run where they're splitting,
Well, so. Where did you put this thing?
where the map was.
Okay, where the mech was. So it's moving away from it towards where your end goal is.
Mm-hmm.
And they are running around it towards the mech.
Okay.
So the cloud of daggers functionally is away from where you're going.
Okay, so it's literally instead of crossing and going down, it's
Right.
I'm taking side streets.
I mean, take side streets all you want.
Sure. Sounds good. Are we trying to get a bird's eye view? I almost threw Varys up to the top. It's just a little out of my range. I couldn't get to the third floor.
When did this happen?
About 5 minutes ago.
Ooh, pretty blender.
Yeah, that happened in between.
You did cast a spell though.
I did. I do have flight.
You have 10 feet of flight.
I do have 10 feet of flight.
There's your freebie for the night.
Uh,
So, if you would like to utilize your flight, who am I to say no?
Yes, I'm going to utilize my flight.
10 feet is, it's like a,
It's only one story.
Yeah, it's only one story. But
okay, it's halfway. He's, what do you see from up there?
basically I get up to the roof.
Well, okay, so you're casting another 2 spells.
There's no short buildings around.
It's 2 to 3 stories.
Oh,
That's what I
okay.
asked.
Yeah.
Magic missile, magic missile.
I mean, it doesn't know where you are, and you haven't attracted the ire of the throng quite yet.
Okay. So, yeah.
So you maybe could, cast another couple spells. I'm not going to tell you how to spend your spell slots. Those are your spell slots. They're
I
not
think
my
we
spell
could
slots.
just like keep walking at half speed.
Well,
through it.
you can move at full speed through the alleys, or you can move at half speed
through the.
through the.
So wait, but you were incredulous that we would use the alleys, right?
Nope. No.
Oh.
This is
That was
if you
just
wanted to
normal
get
friendship.
across the street, it was going to cut your speed in half to get across the street.
I see.
This is like the Battle of the Bastards, the Bolters. This is so many.
There's just so many people. This is like Helm's Deep.
I love it.
Like,
Is this
When-
all you can conjure, Saruman?
yeah, it's like Helm's Deep when they're like packed in there.
Alright. I'm actually, what, the nearest one is what, 20 stories roof?
It's not 20 stories, but 20 feet.
20 feet, so.
Yeah.
I'm gonna actually cast from my 10 feet up, I'm gonna cast magic missile at the,
Okay.
I'm so happy.
at the pilot of the mech.
Okay.
4 damage.
4 damage.
Yeah.
The magic missiles streak out from your, however you cast them, Miss Sorceress. You like fucking,
Strange.
like fucking Doctor Strange, that shit. You said it was a total of 4 damage?
Yes.
Okay. It kind of just thunks into the chest, like he just takes all of it, but he is able to like trace the trajectory of
But at
it.
that point, I both.
Yeah, he kind of sees, he looks up to where they came from.
Which would be 10 feet down. I'm alright.
Yep, and sees that it came from the building, and he kind of starts to turn that way while throwing another group of goblins.
There's now a centaur on the roof.
There's now a centaur on the roof, 2 loxodons, and a wood elf on the ground.
Interesting.
From my vantage point, I'm actually looking at.
The battlefield.
Yeah.
Before we get to that, let's roll some initiative.
Oh, fuck.
All right. Oh, not even the thing. Sorry. I was gonna put it in my thing right here. All right. All right.
2.
All right. All right. Okay. 12.
So, Dobrin got a 2.
I'm at the bottom.
We're good.
13.
Okay.
I got an 8.
12. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, because you have a lower dex than he does.
Well, he
He rolled
had
13.
13 and I had 12.
Oh, he had a 13, you had a 12?
Yes.
Okay. So there is our initiative. Yeah, you're at the top of the order, my guy.
Somebody is out for me tonight.
The suit reaches over and grabs a brown goblin, and using the knowledge that it has of where those missiles came from, grabs it by the head. doesn't crush it like a grape, but grabs it and like picks it up and hucks it sidearm into the alley at you guys.
Okay.
Dexterities, please,
For those 3.
for those 3.
Wait, which 3?
Oh, I see it coming.
You 3.
I see it coming.
Oh, God.
Totally.
Did you roll a 1?
No, I rolled a 19, but
Oh,
I
yeah.
have danger sense. I'm just,
Yeah. No, you're fine.
You're
Is
like-
there-
with the fan, I might get a 20.
Yeah.
I got it.
Is there any
I got
way that
18
I would
on my
have-
dex.
Yeah. No,
I have a
you're
minus
you're good.
Hang on.
I wanted to clarify I had danger sense before
Yeah.
I rolled again.
I just want to check for something quickly.
I rolled a 2. Just gonna put that out there.
On the roof.
And it begins to stomp towards you as it hucks this thing. Think of like Ironmonger from the original Iron Man movie. Like that's what's kind of barreling down on you
I feel it.
with a little less armor.
I feel it.
How did you solve the icing problem? Icing problem.
Yeah,
Might want to check that out.
8.
8?
Yeah. Because I like have no other kind of proficiency or anything, really. Or like any way to like give me advantage. I am like so screwed.
Yeah, you are.
How close is it?
It is.
How fast is it coming in?
It's got a pretty quick movement for a hulking piece of machinery. It's not as fast as some of you, but it's expedient. As the body careens into you,
Oh.
because you rolled a 2.
Mhm.
All right, you're spared for now.
So like, do I like just barely like dodge out of the way?
No, you both get hit by it.
Oh fuck.
Split.
No, it doesn't split in half. Thank Christ.
Does it just like hit me from the side and I just kind of like spin out of the way?
I
No,
attempt to like. Do I
it
get it?
hits Dobrin. He attempts to catch it, and like doesn't, and it like the momentum carries him into you.
Okay.
And I just watched the trajectory. I'll
Dobrin, from the hit of this thing hitting you, you just take 2. But from Dobrin landing on you,
Oh, come on!
he rolled a 2!
Oh!
He rolled a 2!
How much do I take?
What's
4.
the one?
Okay. I'm not that upset now.
It's bludgeoning damage. You're not getting like pierced or anything.
Guntar sees this.
It's like
come
Guntar
by,
just no,
and then steps
it's, no.
by.
Guntar just sidesteps
Yeah.
and
last
his body
second
just.
sidestep.
Huh?
No,
Huh? Oh! Oh!
I didn't see that one coming.
All right, and
Oh, shit.
we will pick up at Varus in 10 minutes time. Don't go anywhere. If you have any questions for tabletop,
How much damage?
please
That's a lot.
put them into chat.
Let me grab my
Hashtag
D20s.
question or bang question. Either of those will get
Okay,
them
that was
to
actually
our
good.
guys behind the screen. Shut up.
Ask questions.
Shut up. Ask questions. I'm not telling you to shut up, chat. You're doing wonderful.
Yes.
You're an
Positive support.
angel.
You're an angel, and everybody wants you here.
He's so
but-
nice to chat.
Send in those
It's so mean
questions.
to me.
Send in the cues. Send in the comments, and we will address them at the end of the show.
I did.
Otherwise, we will be back at what is it? We'll be back at 8:30. You guys have a good one. We'll be right back. He's dying. He's dying.
We've been posing this whole time.
It's like
What's
JoJo's
the
Bizarre
deal?
Adventure.
Oh my God.
Hey everybody, we're back. Welcome back.
To the end of my life.
Yeah,
Pretty
yeah,
sure,
we'll see.
pretty
We'll
sure
see.
they brought you into this world. They can take you out.
We'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Amen.
So, when last we left our heroes, Arcadia had cast a couple of spells and got herself to the top of the roof,
Pew, 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 pew.
and then a goblin was slung at the party, which Guntar sidestepped. Dobrin took the brunt of and landed on top of Varus.
Dober took the brunt of.
Yeah, you took the brunt of Dobrin. And that is not a metaphor for getting dicked.
But to Dover.
My life is
He's
just horrible
butted.
right now.
But
I mean, you took 4 damage from
What-
getting
but-
landed on by
Well,
lobster.
how about this?
It could've
Varys' life and my life. How about that? My life, our lives are just horrible right now.
been- we'll see.
that's possible.
Oh, I was supposed to
We'll
look
see.
at command.
Yes. Oh, do you need that?
Oh, it's also.
What's the distance on command?
Oh, what?
I can command things.
Yes, you can.
We all just forgot about it.
Huh? 60 feet? Oh, we're fucking set, guys. Sorry for the F-bomb. Nate's parents.
Hi, Nate's parents.
You gonna tell me what? Which one?
You want to know where I got all my language from? It's from my dad. Hi, Dad.
Higher levels. I'm gonna tell it to. Can I tell it? Oh, wait.
I guarantee my first
You get a
word.
1-word command, and it has to obey on a wisdom saving throw.
Fuck!
Wisdom or charisma saving throw.
Wisdom, I think.
What if that happened? It's just a goblin orgies.
Equal to your roll or.
No,
That's
I'm
the-
saying.
oh,
I'm
command,
trying to,
here we
I'm trying
go.
to,
I cracked myself
trying to
up.
find it.
That's a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw. Sure.
Oh, it's. Are we still at Varys? I think we were just looking it up for.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
'cause
Yeah.
it's
upstairs.
What about negation? Can I say don't attack? Is that
Nope, you get
considered
one
phrase?
word.
It's technically a word linguistically.
You get 1 word.
It's
You don't
just
get a.
negated.
You don't. One word is.
Attackant.
Attack it?
That was the biggest I've ever seen to a DM, and it'd be kind of right. She's technically right.
Technically
What about-
correct. It's
what
the
about,
best
like-
kind of correct.
What about like Shine? Just die. Right now.
I like it. Hey, you're up, boss.
Find a way.
I'm disoriented right now.
You're on top
You're
of
also
initiative.
prone.
Varys, you are prone and under a loxodon.
Oh,
Dover
can't
can
move
get
yet.
off me!
It's not my initiative yet. I attempt to get off.
Can I?
Do I have to roll to like try to get up, or can I
No,
just get
no,
up?
it's. I'll give you the bonus of getting up at this point.
Okay.
Due to shared space.
due to shared space.
What is in the general vicinity of me? Besides just an alleyway and then just an ocean of goblins.
You got it.
You got it.
Oh.
Clowns to the left of you, jokers to the right.
And here you are.
Here you
stuck-
are, stuck between a dick and a hard place.
Just doesn't
I think
have.
the bow might be a time.
I hate today.
Maybe not the short sword, I don't know.
It is going to take half of your movement to stand.
Okay. I shall stand.
All right. You have 15 feet of movement.
Does Dobrin still have the goblin in his hands?
He's probably already dropped him.
Yeah.
Where's the goblin?
Probably knocked out on the ground in front of you.
Can I wake up the goblin?
In a combat zone?
Success?
If you would like to,
This is D&D.
this is D&D. I'm just the DM. I'm just here to tell you if it works or not. You can do whatever you want, but letting you know, this is a combat zone. That's your freebie for the night.
I'm just gonna take my other 15 space and just move out of the way of the alley and just kind of like up against the wall or something.
Okay. All right.
And
You get to the edge of the alley. There is now 10 feet between you and it.
Did you move back or
Or
forward?
do you move back or forward?
back.
Okay. There is now like 40 feet between you and it.
Good.
Do you want to shoot it with your bow?
Would I have the range for it?
It's gonna. You do have the range for it. Let's see.
I also don't think if my bow's gonna do anything.
If you aim it correctly,
If you aim right.
a headshot.
Sure, I'll draw my bow and attempt and aim for the pilot.
Sure. Go for it. So you know it will be at disadvantage because you're inside of short range.
Okay.
Roll again.
Okay, 14.
14.
For both of them, so.
You
Plus. What is?
roll a d8.
No, it's my attack bonus. Would it be plus that?
No, it's their plus your attack bonus because you rolled to shoot your bow, so it'd be a 14 plus 5.
So, yeah,
5. So 19.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Roll your damage.
D8.
Huzzah.
That's my D8, that's my D8.
Hit that sucker.
5.
5.
Take that damage.
Your arrow shoots in, just kind of splinters on the chest piece of this thing.
Cool, I see how my night's going.
I mean, it's going that way for everybody, dude. You're not the only one.
Both nights.
That's Life by Frank Sinatra plays.
That's live.
Do I know what type of materials it's made out of?
Um, I would like a from you pertaining to that. I would like an Arcana.
14.
14. It's made from conventional materials, not made from Mizium.
Is that your turn? No bonus action or anything?
He uses movement to stand up and move 15 feet, a bonus action to load his bow,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
then to fire.
So you're done?
He's
Yeah.
done.
I'm gonna turn to Dobrin and Varys. Stay behind, and I just kind of turn and look. How far away is it from me?
From where you guys are in the alley, it's maybe 15 feet.
How
Or
how
20,
big is it?
20 feet.
How big is it in comparison of the alley?
It, you know, it's it classifies as a medium, but it's a large medium like you guys.
Okay, so it is like it's taking up like
Yeah, it's not going to get stuck in the alley, but it's going to take up substantial space in the alley.
Question for future knowledge. Could Gunter Fastball's special be up to the pilot?
possibly.
Okay.
It depends on his strength and your
We
dexterity.
might need to do that a little bit when I hit the gym a little bit, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
I mean, your dex is pretty good.
I'm more known for my bulk, not my strength. You know what I'm saying? More
What's
con.
your strength at?
It's only 14.
I mean, that's a terrible.
I would like to bonus action rage.
Absolutely.
Then I would like to not attack the thing, but I would like to ready an action for if I'm going to hold my ground, and if it approaches, I'm going to swing at its, I guess, right leg. Try to knock it down. So I think that's what
Wouldn't we be closer to its left leg?
I want to attack for the right leg.
Okay.
I don't. I'm a right-handed man. Goose is right-handed.
I'm just pointing out that we're closer to the left.
Okay.
Well, it all
Also,
depends on where you're standing in the
Point
alley.
out, we
I suppose.
attacked the mech, and the mech was not really affected by us.
Well, it wasn't affected by a bow and a 4 damage. magic
Piercing,
missile.
okay, so low level piercing damage doesn't
No.
maybe really angry damage from the leg. At least lifting the leg up.
That is my turn.
Sure.
No movement, no nothing. Just wait. for it
Arcadia
to-
from the rooftop. From downtown!
Oh, dang it.
Alright.
Boom!
So
Shakalaka!
I'm 20 feet up.
He's on
How close is
fire.
it to the building?
It's about 5 feet from the building,
Yeah.
Okay, so
which means it's about 5 feet from the alley.
Okay,
Just
so I'm
while
just
I
like,
have half damage.
Mm-hmm.
Might as well not let him get killed. Try to.
That'd be nice.
That's what I'm trying to do.
I'd like to stay for another week.
One more?
Hey, any extra week that you can stay with us.
Oh, I know you just love it.
Hey, I had my opportunity to invite Patrick Rothfuss to the show, and I couldn't because I was at work.
Ah,
I'm going to cast Chaos Bolt.
Oh yes! Give me that Chaos Bolt.
Alright,
That would be a good one too.
that is 18.
18. That does hit. Now, Chaos Bolt, that is a DM roll, correct?
No.
I thought it was it's a D100 roll.
Actually, on a hit, the target may take 2d8 plus 1d6 damage. Choose one of the d8s. The number rolled on that die determines the attack's damage type as shown below.
Okay. Alright, give me that 2d8 damage.
The D4s?
I need a d8.
Or D8?
2d8s.
Just a d8 I have on hand.
Okay. I just figured it was going to be words kind of similar, but that's okay.
That's different Chaos Bolt.
Oh, wow.
No, 6/6. But on a 6/6 or any matching pair, if you roll the same number on both d8s, the chaotic energy leaps from the target to a different creature of your choice within 30 feet of it. Make a new attack roll against the new target and make a new damage roll and could cause the chaotic energy to leap again.
Oh,
Alright.
so we can just chain this shit.
Yep.
And so that is, for the first one, for on the mech, that is 12 damage, 6 of it, or the type is poison, so it is 12 and
12 poison damage.
16 poison damage
16 poison damage. Alright.
on the mech pilot.
Alright.
Next little.
Nearest goblin.
Yeah. Alright, another 18.
Okay, that hits.
alright.
Please.
Just
Please.
Oh.
Oh.
That is 7 lightning damage.
Alright. So you see one of the red goblins nearby, the closest red goblin to it. You hit when you fire this chaos bolt, it streaks out with like purple clouds towards its toward the intended target, which is the rig, and hits the rig, which like hits it with like this purple cloud, but then that purple cloud kind of coalesces into it and like wraps itself down the arm and turns into almost like a static shock, and it just like and like hits this goblin from behind, and it just like, and he doesn't fall over, but there's a little bit of a smoke trail coming off of him.
He just kind of
Is there
fries.
another higher roof nearby? Or
On either side, there's a couple. There's one that's up 30 feet on the right. It's another 10 feet up.
I actually go up there with my thing.
Sure.
So what? I'm also getting a lay of the
Mm-hmm.
area as I'm going on.
Sure.
How's it going?
We're playing Calvin ball with the flight mechanics at this point. It's further than 10 feet across, but okay, you
No.
make it.
No, I was 10 feet up to the.
It's 10 feet up, but then you have to still get over.
Across the street? No, I thought next to the roof I'm on.
To get to the next building over the alley
Oh,
between
I
these
thought
two
they were.
buildings.
I thought they were hugging each other.
No, they're not up against. There's space between the buildings.
I took a running jump lead.
Okay. Okay, that works. Dober.
Well, Dobrin attempts to command it,
Sure.
saying, dismount. In a really divine, grandeur, very persuasive way. Dismount.
Okay.
We don't even know if the goblin that's piloting it speaks common.
No, it's the emphasis of
Oh,
it.
it's the emphasis? Okay.
It's the meaning of the
What
word.
is the save?
Wisdom save against your spell save.
Yeah, it's wisdom save of
Against my spell save, which is... How do I know that?
Top of your spell page.
like at your level should be like 12 or 13.
Yeah.
Oh,
middle.
totally didn't even roll.
I
Figure
think
that
you wrote
out.
it on the back of that.
It's 8 plus proficiency plus your mod.
You definitely wrote that down before.
Yes?
Which is your spellcasting ability.
Yeah.
I think he's got it right.
Oh, spell. It's. Say it again. It's 8 plus.
It's 8 plus proficiency plus your mod. In Arcadia, your staff, your quarter staff, you do get a +2 since you are proficient.
Proficiency
You're not at
bonus and
0.
charisma modifier. So
Did you get a
Plus my
10
mod for
plus charisma.
So my only thought here is now, which one of us is this mech pissed
12.
at?
12?
Yeah.
It's 12. Thanks, bro.
Gotcha.
No dice.
Rude. Also, whose team are you on, Nate?
This is player me, just like,
Bonus.
just saying.
Bonus.
Like, Ferris isn't saying this, it's me saying this.
So as the so because all of this happens so quickly, it gets hit with the chaos bolt. The mech swings at the building that the chaos bolt came from.
Which was the opposite building I was on.
Right. Hits it
Oh.
and knocks out a corner of it.
Which
does-
building am I underneath?
Not underneath the building.
Which building am I next to?
Which building are you next to?
Okay, good, thank you, that answers my question.
Okay. It's not enough to collapse the building.
I'm just worried about debris.
Sure. But it swings out and cracks into the side of the building, knocks out a sizable hole in the corner of the building, but starts to kind of march its way into the alleyway between buildings where you guys are.
Does it trigger my action?
It gets close, but it doesn't have enough movement to get there.
Cool.
Ferris, from downtown,
Ugh.
literally. Might as well be shooting from the first district, pal.
Is there any way for me to join Arcadia up on the roof?
Climb.
Do you have a way to meet Arcadia on the roof?
I don't fucking...
Do you have a climb check?
Wait, I don't think
Do you
that's-
have spider climb? Do you have a grappling hook?
Spider horse.
Spider horse.
No?
No. I'm not.
Probably.
Look, I am the DM.
I
You tell me what
50
powers you
damage.
have at your disposal, and I can tell you if you can apply those powers towards climbing a 30-foot building.
I'm just gonna move behind the building that I'm at.
Okay, you're gonna hide.
Like,
Go for it.
I
and
think any damage is good damage. But you can
is the pilot still in line of sight of me?
If you duck behind the corner, he's not gonna see you.
Alright, then I will stay out and I'll just ready another shot at the pilot.
Okay.
That's not going to.
What
7.
No. No. Your arrow flies out, but you didn't pull it back enough.
Cool.
And the goblin that got hit by the static shock off of the mech is kind of woozy, and all of a sudden just
At least I hit something.
you hit something.
Yeah, you're shooting at the ocean, you hit something.
Yeah.
Shoot for the moon.
If you shoot for the moon, because even if you miss, Alpha
Alpha
Centauri is 4.367 light years away, and you'll be dead before you leave the solar system. Goontar.
range out. Get that last 5 feet. Fuck him. And I'm gonna swing, not recklessly, because I do not want him to have advantage on me.
Sure.
That's not very good though. Yeah, that's only a 12 to hit.
Yeah, as you swing at him, he brings up the arm, and your axe just kind of hits it, and then just slides right off.
Look up and see. Fuck. That's what they're.
You
Arcadia.
son of a bitch.
Alright, so now I'm 30 feet up looking down.
Yeah, you're looking down into this canyon of buildings.
Echo.
Alright, while I'm up here, I'm going to survey up and down Foundry Street.
Mm-hmm.
What am I seeing? Like, is it all just mass seat the
You
entire
roll me a perception.
9?
9. I mean, you can tell that marching line of pacifiers are getting closer. It's not like it's like, oh shit, we gotta move because they're coming. They're getting closer. It doesn't reach your tower on the other end.
It does not reach the tower. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I was checking.
Yeah.
Majorly checking. 30 feet up.
Insert Zach Galifianakis math gif here.
Alright, 30 feet up is a charge distance. Oh, damn.
Carry us through.
I will kill myself, but I will crush it.
Hey, seriously?
Thinking about it.
I mean, hey.
Murder.
I wouldn't.
I mean,
I wouldn't be opposed. I suppose I'm there. I mean,
you've got 4 legs and you walk on them. Right?
who are we to tell you how not to use it?
I'm looking at you like, heal me.
Yeah, 15 total, guys. Don't get too crazy.
You also.
It's like the move from Street Fighter, M. Bison's move, where he just like sticks both feet out and just like thumbs down hard on you. That's exactly what it is, but it's 4 moves. Just,
Is that what you're supposed to do? Oh, I have cure wounds. I have cure wounds. It's good.
Okay.
so, Ms. Arcadia,
I actually need
I
to,
gotta
how would you like to spend this?
It's like, no, it's like,
need to
oh,
pull
you're,
that up.
okay, here, take some.
Let's keep fighting.
Let's keep fighting. Exactly.
Never stop fighting.
Giant's milk.
Oh.
Ew.
Questions.
It's got chills.
It took our 30 days for me to realize.
Alright.
Alright.
I have my quarterstaff out,
Uh-huh.
because I have to attack with a melee weapon.
Did you a charge attack?
Do a charge attack.
Well, remember, your hooves counts melee weapon as well.
No. Charge. If you move at least 30 feet straight towards a target, and then hit it with a melee weapon attack on the same turn, you can immediately follow the attack with a bonus action, making one attack against the target with your hooves.
Oh, no! Oh
That's fucking great!
I'm not saying this is smart. I'm saying this is gonna be ridiculous.
Bam!
No, it's. No.
It's a suddenly joust.
It's a
Like, I can imagine
it's a
that, like,
Didn't say
vertical
which
joust.
direction the straight line had to be.
All right,
Like,
let's see it.
That is true.
All right.
have fun.
All right. Straight down in between is not really.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm gonna have to re-roll a new character tonight. Arcadie's got a little sister.
maybe.
I hope I'm not the first time.
All right. So it'd be. Melee. It's. No, 9.
9.
Oh.
With my quarterstaff.
Okay, that does not hit.
It bounces off, makes a clink sound, and then you like a ninja land, like a
you jar your
ninja
hands.
cat.
You said it was 30 feet down.
Yeah.
I will need 2d6 and a d20 plus your dex.
2d6 plus my 20 and plus my dex.
So the 2d6 are separate from your d20 plus dex.
Okay. Because I did line up too.
Yeah.
Because this
Yep.
is my hooves.
Yep. Yep.
Okay, so 13, is that the d20 plus my dex?
Yep. D20 plus your dex.
So my bonus, so that's a 14.
Okay. Roll your 2.
6.
Roll me a d4 as well.
4. So 10.
Take 10.
Okay.
Oh.
It's not bad.
not as bad as it could have been.
That's actually.
So had you passed that, it would have just been the 6.
What did I need to do?
A 15. You got a 14.
Yeah.
So you take 10 bludgeoning because of the distance to the
But did
ground.
I hit? But I landed on it.
It broke your fall.
Yeah.
So you took it's a d6 per 10 feet.
Okay.
It broke your fall, so the d4.
So did it take any damage from catching me?
No. Because your attack did nothing.
Because it's not Varys.
No, but because of the
I'm
charge.
calling bullshit on that right now.
Hit with my attack. Or
It didn't even like jog it or like mess with.
Right? That's what I'm.
The Minotaur one
I mean,
in there, I think it is a
she's
hit.
not
So,
that heavy,
not sure
but
about
she's
the Centaur one.
a mass.
And still, literally, it should take bludgeoning damage.
All right.
You
Well,
right?
okay.
It's at 450.
According to the laws of physics that we just explored earlier.
It's a 450
Okay,
pound
but
center.
here's the
Yeah, I was
thing.
gonna say, how much do you weigh and how far was the fall?
But here's the thing. As a DM, the AC should be looped into her falling against it. I will, in good faith, roll a dex save for it. If it passes its dex save,
It doesn't take.
it doesn't take anything.
Which, that seems fair.
That is logical with what happened earlier.
Okay.
Yes.
It passes its dex save.
Okay.
We didn't even see that, guys.
It's a
You're gonna get
DM
this
roll.
You're gonna get this
Sorry.
Stop it.
Hey, you want that to happen? Because I will roll 3 20s on you. I'll make you watch.
You don't see what my roll
Did
is.
did she land? Is she prone?
No, she is
Okay,
not
thank
prone.
God.
She's a ninja. She's like.
Suddenly a horse falling out of the sky.
No, so essentially you're able to hit it with your staff, but you're able to kind of, as you hit it, kind of like lean back and get yourself down.
Sounds like it.
So, but you're still moving at a pretty good rate of speed, so there might be some bruised heel bones.
Oh,
These
That's
things
good.
just-
Yeah,
Stay in camera. I can't see where I'm. Alright.
scoot towards me.
yeah.
Whose turn is
Scoot
it?
towards me.
You guys
Squeechy.
scoot that way. So
Scoot
scoot,
towards me.
scoot, yeah, scoot towards.
There you go.
Yeah, you're good.
Good.
Yeah.
Straighten out your table,
Wow.
it might help you.
Yeah. Push your side. Perfect.
There you go. Perfect.
You need to turn
All right.
these wheels
Figured
on.
Dobrin,
Divine Smite. Wait, how close are you?
you have to hit it first,
Mhm.
yeah? To Divine Smite, you have
It's
to
a
hit.
melee.
Yeah, you have to hit first.
Yep.
So you don't have to declare your divine smite. It's
until
like,
you hit.
Yeah, so you
I was
can
just
roll.
trying to
You
give
hit-
it divine aura.
So you hit,
Divine
damage,
smite.
smite.
Mhm. Mhm.
So your smite's on top of your damage.
Okay, how close is it?
You're probably 10 feet from it.
Okay, let's go. Let's go to town.
All right. Let's see it.
I like the paladin is just going at it right now.
Well, I mean, that's all we've got. We initiated this.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
I voted to stay away, by the way.
Well,
I voted to not go into battle.
Okay, so you're hit with your scimitar.
yes. It was 9.
No.
Take that 9.
Clang.
So the beautiful thing about
It's kind of the same thing, except it's the opposite direction. So you
I
kind
thought
of,
this was a spell slot.
so
Oh, you have to
but-
hit it first?
you have to
and
hit it
then-
first and
Yeah.
then spend a spell
So
slot.
that's why you don't say I'm gonna divine smite it before you hit.
No,
Yeah.
that gave out the divine aura, so you were successfully intimidated,
I got you.
and then
I
it
was
didn't
totally.
matter.
I
So,
was
so
wanted
just
to
like
say,
with Guntar, with it kind of whooshooing away the axe, it whooshoos away your
Scimitar.
your scimitar, and it is now its turn. And since you were the last one to attack it, it will go for you first.
Nice.
How's that, a 13? Or no,
You said
sorry,
13.
14. 14.
Miss.
14
Swing and a
miss.
miss.
All right. That's, it comes down with 1, and then it's going to come the other way at Guntar
Okay.
with the other hand. And that, I'm guessing, is going to be a miss. That is an 11.
11 misses.
All right. Ferris.
I will fire again. That I will do also with Hordebreaker.
Okay. Hordebreaker does,
Hordebreaker,
is a ranger thing.
yes, specifically a hunter thing.
It's a hunter.
As one of the archetypes. So,
What is it? A hunter destroyer. What is it? A hunter A hunter destroyer machine.
so once on each of my turns, when I make a weapon attack, I can make another attack with the same weapon against a different creature that has been within 5 feet of the original target and within range of my weapon.
Okay.
So I will fire upon the pilot of the mech,
Okay.
and then I will Hordebreaker and fire upon one of the goblins on the ground.
Okay.
That's not gonna hit.
What was that?
5.
No. No.
Never mind. My metal dice is being put away for right now. It's going in the no-no hole.
The shame
Yep.
hole.
No hole. The no hole. That's what you're going with.
Somebody want to take
Not
this
the-
away from me?
We told you. No.
I know.
All right. Anything else? Anything else?
No.
Okay.
No.
Clarification on some rules.
Clarification on rules.
If I made an attempt of a grapple, that would be an attack roll, a contested attack roll, correct?
Correct.
And it is an action.
It is an action.
Okay.
He contests it. It's strength on strength.
Okay.
There's no grapple in
Okay.
it?
Hypothetically, I'm just trying to paint a scenario and see if you rolled it.
Sure.
He's strapped in, right?
I am here for your benefit. You tell me what you want to do,
Alright.
and I will tell you what roles you need.
What I want to attempt to do is I want to angrily hop on the thing, grab him, not the loader, not try to make an attack against the loader. I want to try to pull him out of the machine.
Sure.
That's what I want to do.
Okay.
Cool beans.
I will need a strength
All right.
from you.
I love it.
He will roll strength as well.
Oh, that's not good. That's not
No,
good.
that's great.
That's not good.
What is that?
It's a saving throw?
No, it's a strength check.
Okay, cool. I rolled an 8.
You rolled an 8.
Yeah.
He rolls a 9.
One thing I want to double check. I think this might be later level.
Sure. I believe it is a later level thing that you're looking for.
I think so too. Just want to double check.
I play a barbarian.
Yeah, I don't want to play with you. All
This,
right.
this
cool.
is the great thing. My
Cool.
character off cam is a barbarian, so I get the benefits of both being a bard and a barbarian, so I know what he's looking for.
When I
Fucking
did choose what it was
barbarian.
made
No,
of.
no, 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 no.
Oh,
I'm
he
right.
is
I'm
the-
right. I'm ranging. I have
Okay.
advantage on strength checks and save.
Sure.
So,
Ha
No.
okay. All right. 11.
11?
Yes.
Okay.
Roll the 9.
You said you rolled an 11?
Rolled an 11.
So 12.
Oh.
He rolled
Oh no.
a
6.
23.
Oh God. Okay. He's in there. He's in there.
He sees you coming and just grabs you
That's
instead.
cool. That's cool. I like it. I
So
did it.
he has, instead of you grappling him, the loader bot
Mhm.
has you grappled.
That's what I was afraid of. And bonus action, I'm gonna say, you motherfucker are gonna pay for that.
He chirps back in Goblin.
Which I would understand.
You would
What
understand.
does he say?
You idiots. I was trying to prevent this from happening.
I knew we should have left.
You didn't say anything.
I voted to keep going around and not continuing on towards
You
all
guys
the
don't know
action.
what he said.
We don't know anything.
You don't know what he said. Arcadia understands him.
Alright. That's my turn. I'm like,
Arcadia.
I was about to reach out with your shocking grasp, but after hearing that, because it's metal, right?
Oh yeah, it's
I would have
metal.
gotten an advantage attack.
Yeah.
That's why I jumped down, because I wanted to reach it. I reached my hand back in Goblin going, what gang are you with?
The right one.
Which one is that?
The one not blowing up warehouses.
Yeah, right now it could be either one.
2 seconds.
You two are grappled.
That was a fast conversation.
Yeah. Well, no, that took us. I mean, I had to think of what to say, but
Are you Sarge or Caboose?
listen here, Admiral Buttercrust.
For anyone that
We
gets
just
it,
want
that's
Franco.
There's like a helmet that's, think of Hulkbuster but on a smaller scale.
Yeah.
It's got the head cap,
So Ironmonger?
Ironmonger, but
Because
yeah,
Ironmonger is smaller than the Hulkbuster.
it's smaller than the Hulkbuster but closer to Hulkbuster. Like Hulkbuster,
So in between.
Ironmonger sized Hulkbuster.
Okay. Well, his helmet opens up for the Ironmonger.
Yeah, but it's
It does
rounder.
it's more dome.
It's the Hulkbuster's rounded. Anyways,
It's still opens.
Anyways.
Yeah.
it pops up. Ask him yourself, and it slams back down.
Oh!
Kill this motherfucker.
Was it? No, I'm.
Did you say that
Why
in,
did you shout
English?
in my ear?
Common?
Sorry.
Did you say that in common?
No, he said it in Goblin.
Okay.
And did I see his face?
Yes, you did see his
Was
face.
it Franco?
Yes.
Oh.
I shocking grasp though. Fuck.
Go for it. I have resistance. We're good.
All right. So, shocking grasp, is it immediate damage or is it against AC?
It is a melee.
Melee. All right. Melee it up.
Alright, that is. That is a 21.
Oh yes. Roll that beautiful beam footage.
My notes.
I see this as happening, right?
Yes.
You're in the middle.
You are grabbed by this
No,
thing.
I know that. I'm just saying if I would have danger some on it. If it's a dex save or not.
This has been an interesting
No, it's not.
evening.
Yeah, it has. It's very roller coastery.
Yes.
Alright, you have a advantage on this attack roll is wearing armor made of metal. On a hit, the target takes 1d8 bang damage, and it can't take reactions until the start of its next turn.
Sure.
Oh, I've been so much better when it just used a reaction on me. That's okay.
All right. So let's see that.
That is 3 lightning damage, and I shout as I'm holding it, like in common, like, this is Cranko. Now he's
Yeah.
stuck grappling Guntar, but can't do anything.
Right, and as you shock it, you can hear the mechanisms.
Shutting down.
No.
Oh.
Blowing up.
They like sound like they're supercharged and start spinning up. So it's instead of like it's more like
Like arm reactor super.
so he has like there's a little bit of a shudder now to it, but it's not like
Disabled.
disabled, yeah.
Fuck.
Dobrin.
Like, I can talk to Gilbert about this. Would I be able to tell him?
Yeah.
Get Cranko out of this. This is Cranko.
Yeah. How do I do that? I'm gonna try to attack him again. I'm gonna just relocate all these
Oh, you
dice.
can come right here.
Get the bad juju out of it.
Yes, please.
We don't need to kill him. We just need him out of this armor.
Damn. Alright. 10. Slashing.
No. Actually, take it with advantage because he can't
React.
He can't react at all because he's
Oh,
actually
'cause he's totally.
well no
and
he's
technically, isn't he flanked at the moment?
well he's no you guys are in front of him.
I'm behind him.
Oh, you're behind him.
Remember, I landed and I beat
Okay.
back.
Well, and flanking is a 5e
Still
thing.
not
Flanking,
Don't even.
flanking is a 5e thing, not a 4e.
Switch that.
Or flanking is a 4e, not a 5e.
Oh, it's not in 5e anymore?
No.
That's why I'm behind him doing the shock and grabs going, this is Cranko, get him out of the
About
suit.
But he's got
13 AC.
he's got
Guntar.
Guntar held. Neither of those hit.
Really?
So your scimitar just kind of clangs off the side of him a couple times. He's got Guntar held.
Shit.
And then if I have a protection fighting style,
You adjacent creatures get +2 when you use it.
okay.
If you are using your shield,
Reaction
is a
They
reaction.
Yeah,
have,
it's a
they have
reaction and
disadvantage.
they get disadvantage.
Yeah.
They get disadvantage,
Yeah.
alright.
He's got Guntar,
Yes, he does.
and he's just gonna, because he's got him in both hands, he's going to toss Guntar.
Attempt to.
No, he's got you. It's not an
Yeah,
attempt to.
I-
It's a he's got you.
I'm talking ish to Cranko. Let me be my.
Yeah.
Let me do it.
Give me a dex. Dex save.
Okay. Oh, you bastard! 3.
3.
Oh.
Yeah.
Dobrin, give me a dex save.
I was at 18 and went.
6?
Okay.
Okay.
Varys.
My magic gathering die is.
You both are gonna take 3 damage.
Half. 2.
Okay, you take 2. Dobrin takes 3.
Sorry.
If it could have been much worse
It
for
could have
you,
been much worse.
because if Dobrin hadn't been in the way, you'd have hit the wall and taken more.
Got you. Got you.
Yeah, so it's a good thing that Dobrin failed.
I like it.
You're not knocked prone.
Sweet. Like.
Yeah.
Dobrin's like,
Dobrin
I'm
kind
your
of
shield.
Dobrin kind of catches you with his shield and just kind of like leans back on it and then just
It's
pushes
like a
you.
mosh pit. I'm just like.
Yep. Yeah. yep. Elbows out. Elbows high. Varys.
I'm gonna roll perception on the leg of the mech to see if there's like any kind of possible weak point
Sure.
to hopefully like try and like disable at least a leg to maybe come down.
Sure.
That'd be weird.
9.
Not that you can tell. It runs on some form of electricity.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm about to start just recklessly attacking this thing so we can hit damage. Which makes he's gonna be.
I will. How far away am I from it?
You are now probably about 35 feet now that it's in the alley.
I'll use up all my movement and I'll, actually no, because I would, actually no, yeah. I'll move up to it, bonus action, swap to my short swords,
Sure.
and I will two open fighting on the legs.
All right.
Let's do this shit.
Swing, baby, swing.
Just don't even bother. Just don't even bother.
Ching ching! Ping!
Just don't even bother.
Arcadia's just like,
We're about to
the
get smacked.
leg picks up and kind of just like shoves you off.
Okay. Okay.
Guntar.
How far did he throw me?
Not very far.
literally
No,
into
no.
Dobrin, so not even 5 feet.
Yeah, not even 5 feet.
I think he was looking more for like damage versus distance.
Yep.
Okay, good to know.
Dobrin's such a comfy shield.
We need him
Squishy
out.
boy. Such a squishy grandpa.
Yeah, we need him out. Fastball special. Fastball special.
It's not gonna work at this distance.
Damn it.
No.
I think this to try to take the advantage play, just to do the same thing, try to grapple him out. But he's in a loader, which is going to give him a shit ton of boost.
Can you hold action to see if I can try to lightning grasp him again?
Could, theoretically.
Could you just like run up and hold a leg?
Yeah, I could. I think what I'm going to do is get really even more angry and run up and try to recklessly attack this section that just closed down. I want to be able to, I want to come for that faceplate, so that
Sure.
way there is no faceplate.
Sure.
So that way he can shoot him in the head,
Sure.
maybe. I said reckless.
Yeah, you did.
Natural
Ooh.
fucking 20.
Do it.
That's
Roll that beautiful beam footage. So it's 2 rolls plus your
That's cocked.
damage.
Okay, 2 rolls, 6 and 8, 14 plus my plus 4, no, plus 2, plus 4. Okay, yeah, 12, 14, 16. 16 damage.
Alright.
Could have been a lot better. That's my turn.
Alright, yeah.
It's reckless.
So if he has advantage on you
Yeah.
next turn?
Yeah.
Alright, sounds good. You swing at it, and you do put a pretty good dent
Mhm.
in the side of this thing. The whole thing starts to shake, but it recovers. Like it has like a power surge almost, but it recovers, and that shake is now gone out of it. Arcadia.
Alright. I am going to do shocking grasps again.
Sure.
Uh, 21 again.
Okay. Wait, why'd you roll twice?
Advantage
Metal.
against metal.
Oh, okay.
Shocking grasp gets the advantage roll,
Mhm.
and I wanted to see if I'd get an extra 20.
Sure.
Not a boy.
2 damage. 2 lightning damage.
2 lightning
Take
damage.
that damage.
And thus he is shut down again until his start of his turn. So Dobrin,
Yeah,
Yeah.
he. So that shutter is back, but he's like, yeah.
Does the background music change?
do 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 do.
Has it gotten even more like up? Is the final?
It's the Final Fantasy VII fight music.
Yes.
Everyone just starts playing in the background.
You did hear me say it's Cranko last time, right?
Yeah, I did. Considering just picking up that goblin that was thrown at me and throwing it back just for the element of
Can you put
surprise.
him to sleep?
Could you actually?
Put him to sleep?
Could you actually?
Actually,
Do you have?
I have one left. I'm gonna try to put him to sleep.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I welcome the challenge.
Do this.
D8s, right? You roll a lot of D8 and see if you.
It's 5d8.
5d8.
I have
That's not a
disadvantage.
D8.
Not a D8.
If you can do this, I will be really goddamn surprised.
That means he has a lot of.
He has a lot of HP, doesn't he?
Possibly.
We've been taking the loader, not Cranko's HP. I don't know about me. I have been hitting him directly though.
Actually got 5.
My magic.
You've been hitting the loader.
Oh, you good?
I believe so.
With magic missiles as well.
Mm-hmm. The magic missiles hit the loader.
10, okay, I can do 40 total. Damn. Okay, 13, 16.
Not
No.
enough.
Really?
There's a slight stutter in everything, but it's still like there was a slight droop, but everything is come back a second later.
All right.
Now that he has his arms free, it will be an attack against Guntar.
Sounds reasonable. With
Uh,
advantage.
with advantage. So that is going to be a 21 to hit.
Does hit.
Alright. That is a 6 damage.
Half.
Yep. So 3.
Cool.
Second attack
Yep.
is 23.
Yeah.
And that will be 8 damage.
4. 16. Cool.
Yep, and those are both kind of slams. They just kind of.
Boom. Got it.
Yep.
Gets me in the shoulder.
Yep.
Shit hurt a little bit, I ain't gonna lie. Cool.
Roll for perception to see if there's any way that I could attempt to make my way up to where he is. On the mech itself.
Shadow of the Colossus style?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, it's not much higher than you, but okay.
Could. Okay, roll for.
It would either be, so here's the thing, if you want
We have a
to
rogue
take
in
your
the party?
action to find the route, or you can use your, just go straight dex and just try to latch onto this thing. Those are your two options, really.
Let's do dex. Let's
Do dex?
Let's
Alright.
do dex. That would be 18.
18?
Yes.
Alright.
Squirrel his way up.
You squirrel your way towards this thing.
Sweet.
And get onto it. That is going to burn your movement.
That's 5.
Okay. You have to have. You can't do your 2-weapon fighting while you're up.
Kind of figured because I would need at least one
Yep,
hand
you
to
need
hold
at
on.
least one hand.
Wrath is around.
As a. I guess I could have fucking just used the bonus action perception to find the route and then rolled for a dex, couldn't I, as my action?
But no, you're already up there. Now you
Okay.
can do your attack.
Yeah. So am I up to him or am I up just on like the arm?
You're on. You're latched onto him. You're not up to him, but
Okay.
you have like instinctively grabbed onto a piece that is jutting out that you can hold on to.
Okay. I will end it there.
Okay.
I will just continue to hold on to that piece
Sure.
until such time as
Use
it
the rest of
moves.
your action to hold on.
Yes.
Sure. Arcadia or Guntar.
How
You have
does
a
the
s-
machine look?
It looks pretty like singed and stuff, but it's
It looks pretty.
it's running.
It's running.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have any idea of.
That's why I keep shocking you.
It's foreign to you.
Yeah. I would like to continue to be just this motherfucker. This motherfucker right here.
Mm-hmm.
Reckless attack again. Same thing. Trying to get the head played out. 14 and I'm gonna take that 14 plus 4. That'll be 18 to hit.
Sure. I will need a dex save from Mr. Dobrin or Mr. Bears.
Hold on, buddy.
That would be a total of 16 for saving.
16 for saving.
Oh, that's good damage. I am 14 on the damage. How did I? 14.
Okay.
I
You're
critted.
luckily you're safe.
Oh my
I'll
god.
put 2 of these.
You said that was 14.
Yeah.
Okay.
10 on the die.
Sure. All right.
On on the opposite side, so he has like 2 dented heads.
Yep.
Ding ding.
Arcadia.
Okay. So no showing flesh.
No.
Okay.
How many spell slots do you have left?
One.
What level?
The same, the only level I have.
I'm pissed when this thing had an ejector seat.
Ejectocito, guys!
Since I'm right up there, would I be able to find any latches that are holding him in?
Not from the back,
So all
because
latches,
you're behind him.
but the latches still would be on the front.
Yep.
Would I be able to guess where they'd be at from reaching around as a bonus action to try to undo them?
Once up, roll me another Arcana. Because it's an is it construct.
Yeah, that's
So,
that's
give me
why I'm thinking.
give me
You
an
can make
Arcana.
an is it check.
15.
15.
Yeah.
You at least know, at least with these loaders, while they are engaged, or while they're disengaged, they are able to be opened from the outside. While they are engaged with the pilot inside, they have to be disengaged from the inside. Otherwise, there needs to be an emergency release. With that roll, you can't recall where that emergency release is because it's not part of your expertise.
I'm not one to wear it.
Right, you're not one to pilot one of these, and you're not one to know, about these because they're not from your station.
Okay. I will do shocking graphs again.
Sure. I would love a shocking grasp right now.
Really?
No.
He wouldn't.
No.
That's why I was looking for the. Would I at least recall what the emergency release would look like? Or.
I mean, it looks like a handle, but you can't place where it's.
Mr. on the front, I shout at him, look for an emergency release handle. What? Or I'm gonna shock the out of this guy again with you on it.
I mean, that's gonna have to wait till his next turn.
Yeah, but I'm letting him know, and then instead of doing shocking grass, actually going to do chill touch, which creates a ghostly hand which goes through.
Okay. To directly attack Krenko. I like it. Go for it.
Which does 1d8 necrotic.
Okay. Yeah, roll me that attack. Melee attack, I'm guessing?
Mm-hmm.
Oh! Get him!
Well, shit. All right.
Get 'em!
Krenko.
2d8.
Get him.
Is it 2d8?
It's gonna be 2d8 plus the mod.
Okay.
Whatever the attack is,
Oh, plus my spell attack bonus.
plus your attack bonus. Yep.
Okay.
Get
And this is necrotic damage.
Oh yeah.
Get
14?
Yeah.
Get
And because it caused the ghost hand, it goes through the.
Yeah. Yep. So it bypasses the armor.
That's very sweet. I just acted so well that I can't breathe right now, so I just don't worry.
All right. Dogan.
Do we want to kill Krenko or do we want to
We
bring
want him
him?
to kill the loader.
We want him alive to be back.
I'm I'm basically shouting directions at him, but if you can hear me, look for the release handle to pop him out. The emergency pull.
Or put him to sleep.
I thought you used your last spell slot.
No, I have 3. I had 2 written under there, but it's
She leveled up.
half my,
Right.
it's half my paladin level, which is 1 point. My paladin level is 3, divided by half is 1.5, rounded down is 1, plus my charisma bonus, which is 2. So I have 1 more.
Math tonight, guys. Math.
1 more.
Okay, cool.
Go for it.
So I'm just gonna attempt to make him sleep after I saw that go down because maybe his hit points are less.
Do it. Put him to sleep. Put him to sleep.
If I can't knock out the loader, knock out Cranko.
We've got 5, 10, 15, 16, 17 plus 6 is
What, 23?
23, yeah.
Not enough.
Damn it.
Damn, really?
Really.
Fuck out of here, Cranko, you're a goblin.
He's a high-ranking goblin.
He's a
He's a
high-ranking
high-ranking
goblin.
goblin.
That will come down to him. And he will take the one arm and reach up for Varys on the frame. Varys, make me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, 21.
21.
Squirrel! Squirrel!
Hey, ride, cowboy.
Now this is going to be contested
Mhm.
against him.
Okay.
Pretty good, pretty good, pretty good, pretty good, pretty good, pretty good.
25.
Oh, pretty bad, pretty bad, pretty bad.
So he is able to get you and pull you off. He doesn't like throw you, but he gets you off of him.
Okay.
And he will break to run.
From me?
He's
Okay.
breaking back.
He's
gonna
going
catch it.
into me.
He's going into you and past you. He is trying
Attack of
to.
opportunity?
Yeah, that's attack of Oppos.
Yeah.
Yes, it will be an attack of opportunity. I will grant you that because he's in armor. If he wasn't in armor, he could just dip.
Mhm.
I
He
just
does a nimble escape.
got a natural 20.
All right.
11, 15 plus 2 plus 2, 19 damage.
Okay.
And then
Get one, right?
You
Anyone
want
else
to get
next
one?
turn?
He's not gonna get one.
Yeah,
No.
you
I
want
was
to
gonna
get
say,
one? I
because
want
we
to get
killed
one.
him.
would Dobrin
Am
get
I
one?
still? am I
Dobrin's
next turn?
adjacent.
Yeah.
Dobrin's adjacent, so you'd get into the next one.
Alright.
It'd be cool if I was just in the air and grabbed my bow and just like, that
Ah!
would be sweet.
Wow.
Mm.
You're a disappointment, Die.
Mm. No.
Alright.
Nine.
I don't think she hits.
Okay.
And then I
You-
get,
You get one opportunity as well.
that's melee or,
Yeah,
four
it's a
step.
you get your melee. You
alright.
don't get a spell, you just get a melee.
Because he's running through me, because he can't nimble dodge around me, I'm freaking,
It's a 15-foot wide.
oh, is it?
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm going to do, so it's my quarter shot, because that's what I had out.
Mhm.
Oh, I get 2 hits with that.
No.
No,
No,
it's,
just attack,
no,
yeah.
normally.
You either get one hit, but you can use it one-handed or two-handed. One-handed will be a D6, two-handed will be
I
a
think it'd be
D8.
one hand because I was surprised I
Okay.
held it
Yep.
in one hand, so.
I'm so upset that he beat my saving throw by 4.
That's an 8.
That's an 8.
But I tried to get in his way.
Yeah. He pushes through, and he gets back out into the crowd, and starts getting away. Which his movement is decent enough that he is back to where, at least distance-wise, he was when you started this fight.
Okay.
And that is where we are going to end for the night.
The hunt begins.
The hunt for Krenko is on.
Bitch, I will
Uh,
fly after his ass!
Yeah, she will fly. Thanks everybody for watching. We will be back in just a few minutes with Table Talk. Send in your questions and our friends behind the cameras will get those to us so we can talk about things. We will be right back. Don't go nowhere. Hello!
Oh,
Now we're back. Oh.
And we're back. We's back. How is everybody? Did you enjoy the stream? I hope you did. I am Barton of Rivet City Limited, Didact Gaming on Twitch. These are all the same people that were here before. That was a game of D&D.
Yes.
Pretty vanilla.
started out a little,
Right.
A little rough.
Rusty. We'll call it Rusty.
Yeah, I mean, you take 2 weeks off. That's
Yeah,
what happens.
Yeah.
So what we think?
Krinko's
I'm
back.
glad we found Cranko.
Well, we're in a very difficult position because we're low on spell slots and health, and we're gonna go through a sea of goblins to try to chase this motherfucker.
I
So
don't
we're in
know,
a weird
I've
position.
got some range spells that I can get him with.
I'm just looking at him.
I'm almost tempted to like try and call out to the fucking angels.
Yeah, might be a good idea.
If
We
you
just-
got connections with angels,
I mean,
So-
the police.
That's a
He
game.
talks to witches.
They call
That his name.
Good stuff.
Christ.
No, it should be definitely.
It's gonna be interesting.
It's gonna be a nail biter.
Mm.
Every roll is important.
Yeah.
But we were supposed to bring Cranko back alive, preferably.
Yes.
Guntard did not attack Krinko. Specifically trying to chop his head off. From the loader.
I know Dobrin wanted desperately, so actually, yes, that is, now that we're out of the combat.
Yeah, we're out of. So you are no longer characters. You are you.
Yeah. No, it definitely says that the creature should speak the same language as you, but then, like, the only person that spoke Goblin kept leaving, and I was like, well, there went hope. So then I was like, well, maybe it speaks Common?
Which Cranko does speak common.
Krenko does speak Common. That is established lore in MTG. He does speak Common.
He could have.
Not necessarily something that the characters would know, but that is established lore. He does speak
So he
Common.
was just like, please.
It was kind of a whim and a whisper for Dobrin to get that.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think it's just really loud, and I think...
Yeah, he had the rattle and everything.
Yeah. But that would have been the nice, peaceful way to get him out.
Yeah.
Or sleep successfully.
I'm looking.
Sometimes peace is for it. Peaceful.
Yeah.
Yep.
Definitely getting bitten in the butt that I can't fly or anything.
And...
All of my other characters can fly in D&D, so I'm so used to being able to be like,
Do you-
well, peace out,
Do you play like Kenkus and Aarakocra or
Wayne folk.
okay,
So,
Air
what's the name of the elves that have wings?
okay.
Avario?
Okay.
Avario.
Okay. We should try playing an Aarakocra or
Yeah.
a Kenku, because those are fun.
Those are fun to,
Because they're, if you think of like the rooster from the Disney Robin
Moana?
Hood,
Oh,
that's an Aarakocra.
Completely.
That's essentially an Aarakocra,
okay.
where it's like it's
The
an
Robin
an-
Hood rooster is way cooler than Moana's rooster.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no, it's hey.
You know,
You know, I'm gonna make just for you. I'm gonna make a low-end Aarakocra rooster that is hey.
Make
Perfect.
way!
Huh?
Make way!
High charisma, low intelligence. It's hey.
Yeah.
I
you
get all
that
pumped
chat.
because I have
You
this
see me
creature as a
whipping the-
familiar, and all
whipping
of
the
a
brick
sudden
over
it's
here
just
with my
like,
dick.
It's hey hey.
It's hey.
What about the chicken eating the rock over there?
Gotta fatten you up.
Boat snack. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Erjanasi, Aarakocra, Kenku, whatever elf race that was.
Avario?
Avario.
Yeah.
It's not a race that I'm familiar with, but add them to the list.
But oh, the fact that you guys would have just killed him because you didn't speak Goblin, and I'm right
Oh,
behind
yeah.
him like, wait, what did he say?
Yeah. So, I mean, here's the thing with goblins. They're like dwarves in the respect that they don't like speaking common if they don't have to. If they can get away with speaking their own tongue, they will. And dwarves do it as a respect to the other, like, to respect their own race. Goblins do it to piss off everybody else. Just to piss off everybody else.
Why Arcadia knows Goblin?
Why Arcadia knows Goblin? Because she knows they talk behind her back.
Mhm.
Or they talk behind the backs of people who don't speak Goblin.
They shut down that real quick about Arcadia.
Yeah.
She
At least Idiot Goblins do.
Yeah. They one too many kicks to the head after she went goblin.
Back hook to the head.
Horse got back. Tonk.
You have anything, Matt?
I'm just happy I'm not dead.
I think that's every week.
That's every week. What? Anything else? Anything else to add to the conversation?
Holy shit, we found Cranko?
Holy shit! You found Krenko.
Yeah.
Just because I didn't want goblins to have is it tech.
Hey, I mean, he went off on his own to find something.
I think he found it.
Yes, Travis.
How did the group feel about what Krenko was?
How did the group feel about what Cranko was?
Like, Cranko in a...
Oh, as him in a mech suit?
Oh, him in the mech suit. Not surprised that Cranko would.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Where did he find a mech suit?
Well, he was on a robbery mission.
Yeah.
That's why I was
Remember,
And then he was arrested.
when you talked to Grosgrox, he said that there had been Krenko gang in the 5th district
like, at the old Is It.
at the old Is It warehouse.
Oh.
And what would be in an old Is It warehouse?
Oh, yeah, got it.
Yep.
And that was post breaking free of
Mhm.
Yep.
being arrested.
And the goblin grunt that we murdered in the Helica's basement said he was on a...
Yep. He was off doing his own thing.
Guntar firmly attests that he did that for continuity purposes. Throwing that idea out there.
That makes a lot of sense now.
How do we feel about some cues?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Glitter Chasm. What is everyone's max HP? We went over this last week, I think, when we all leveled up, but
21.
21, 23,
21.
21, 43?
41.
41.
And when I rage, I take half damage from everything except psychic.
Yeah.
So I have a maximum of 82.
Ish, yeah.
Something like that.
So what's current?
11.
I'm at 16.
19?
17.
We might need
So,
to take a long rest.
You guys might need to take a long rest. At
Or
some
a
point.
short rest.
Short
We're
rest.
gonna...
Short
and
rest, long
It
rest.
does.
We'll see. You
We
guys
have
got-
to murder, capture Cranko.
We have at least one more episode of this
Arc.
of this arc, of this adventure.
Can we like follow him?
That remains for next week. We shall see next week.
Alright, we'll see.
Does Guntar have a favorite tactic?
Uh,
That is from Lindy Cat.
reckless attack?
Well, yes and no. Guntar would preferably not. He doesn't like to get swallowed around. He just wants to make sure if there's a fight, he's never able to get like fully surrounded. But his favorite thing is, take his axe across neck blade.
Another question
Right
I just
there.
added in.
About that.
Yeah,
Actually, I'm gonna do a question
I'll
too.
get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're the guys behind the camera are
The monkeys behind the curtains.
the monkeys behind the curtains are on that task.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
They're watching chat.
I'm just making sure.
Glitter Chasm asks, if you could use command IRL, what would be the one word command you would use, and on who?
For whom?
If you could use command in IRL.
I have a really messed up one, but I could say it. Okay, so
Safe for work.
what?
Safe for work.
Okay, for work, what I...
No, safe for
Oh,
work.
no, it's
Yeah.
all safe for work.
Okay.
The person I would choose would be the a-hole behind me when I was driving over here today, and the command I would give them would be defecate.
I think the command would just be.
Well, you gotta say a word.
Yeah.
Defecate would be my command on cue, just because the brown note, isn't that the thing? It's just terrible.
Brown coats?
There's a South Park episode where they do.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yep, got it. Yep. Yep.
That.
Yep.
Oh, I'm.
All right. Anybody else?
Clean.
Lithorn. Ooh. Maybe not Lithorn.
Maybe the big child.
Hey, I'm working on command pack right now. So.
Hey.
Oh, no, that's for
What about
every
you?
day. Command pack is the
If you
whole
could
house
do
right now.
commands in real
Yeah.
life, what would you do?
Bears?
I got nothing.
You got nothing?
I got nothing.
Dover? Amanda?
That takes a lot of thought.
Your
Okay.
cat.
I am not.
Yeah.
I am not in the thought process of thinking right now.
Lone Wandering Rogue.
We could do
Uh,
sneak attack would be beautiful. Right?
There's a missive to question Varys, Nate,
Okay.
on the phrasing of no hole.
I don't know how much is in this right now, so that's
Waterfall, waterfall, what?
so that's why.
No, you didn't hear no hole anywhere else in your life.
Glitter Chasm. Looking back, how would you change things knowing how this fight went down, knowing now that it's Krenko?
I would have tried to get on the mech sooner.
I think
I mean, I think
strategically, I think Doomstar
strate-
does what Doomstar
does,
is like,
yeah, that's kind of, break it.
Honestly, I think Arcadia did what she would have done
Yeah.
either way. She got the mech pinned
Mhm.
Yeah,
in tight quarters is what she wanted.
Yeah.
I think at craziest I would have just used my halberd instead of my scimitar, but that wouldn't have affected much. My rolls were the problem, not the weapon I was using as much.
Yeah, we had some rough rolls.
some rough
tonight.
rolls today.
Oh, we got
Yeah, there
two
was
nat
there were a lot of
20s
rough
too.
rolls today.
I came
Yeah.
up with a command. It's some hippie shit. It's hate int. Hate
Oh my
int.
God.
It's not love. It's just hate int.
I like
Don't
Uh,
hate.
Don't Lone Wandering Rogue, favorite tactics, not fanfics, if they had one. So, if you have one.
Favorite tactics?
As in like,
Favorite tactics, not fanfics.
No, tactics
So,
for...
if you have one.
If I have one. For Arcadia, it is fly away, range attack, let the magic do the work,
Mm-hmm.
get away. And then favorite fanfic right now for terrible fanfiction, the one I absolutely love is a Hitler Jesus romance for terrible fanfiction.
We've talked about
We've
that
talked
one
about
before.
it.
We talked about that one
maybe in
before.
the shot.
It might be at 2DCon, you never know.
No.
Favorite tactic?
I think we already talked about
Yeah,
Goonstar's favorite
Meat
tactic.
shield.
Meat shield.
Meat shield, get
Um,
angry swing.
At least stay back and attack from range unless it is needed to. Attack from melee range.
Mm.
I know that might contradict actions that
But
Varys
you
has done.
used your rain.
You did use your range.
I've
sometimes.
used my ranged weapons before, and that is the preferable strategy. But if needed to, yes, I will go into melee range.
With my 2 hands.
And as far as favorite fanfic, there's a really good Initial D crossover with Beavis and Butthead. It's very interesting.
Multi-track drifting.
No, it's Beavis and Butthead in the universe of Initial D.
Oh no.
It is hilarious.
Favorite tactic seems to be Dobrin just uses his body to
Catch
shield,
people.
Meat
catch
shield.
people.
Meat shield part 2.
Yeah, just catching people and
Body
using their
shield.
attacks against them. I really enjoyed that
Hold
aspect
on,
of the
hold
paladin
on.
at the moment. Just
Yeah.
like, oh, you attacked for a lot of HP? Now it's against you. Take that.
Yeah.
I don't have a favorite fanfic, but not that I read that many. But I did learn of that author that's going to be a Convergence that like does inanimate object erotica kind of stuff, and like I forget this dude's name, something Tingle.
Oh, Chuck Tingle.
Chuck Tingle. Yeah, and I saw some of his book titles and I really want to read them for science.
For science.
For
she
science.
said.
For science.
Literally one
For
of them.
research.
For those of you who listen to some fantasy podcasts out there, there's a great bit
Oh, God.
by the guys who do Hello from the Magic Tavern. There is Jack the Swordsman and his Vorpal sword. She is a singing sword with a vagina in the hilt.
Oh, that makes sense with the word vagina, which means sheath, right?
Yeah, that's the whole point, and that's the whole bit. That's the whole bit. and they just rip on how Jack and the Sword are in love and that like having like this on the rocks relationship. It's really dumb. They're recurring characters. It's
Nice.
Not to sound mean, but the fuck.
yeah, no. Seriously, it's like they're only in like 3 or 4 episodes. And they're not concurrent episodes. They're recurring guests. So there's a different guest every week on this show. Seriously, go listen to Hello from the Magic Tavern and listen to it from the beginning because even though it's non-episodic, there is a storyline. Kind of like how you can listen to Night Vale in any order, but there is an actual storyline to it. Hello from the Magic Tavern. It's on Earwolf, Spotify, Stitcher, whatever. Go listen to it. Free plug for them. It's the guys that do You Don't Know Jack
We're
in the Jackbox
We're
games.
shilling.
Oh,
Shill. Yeah, if you're a fan of the Jackbox games, that podcast is actually made by those guys.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Does Varys feel like the universe is out for him? The hashtag not a cop, the window incident in the Undercity, and now getting smushed under Dobrin.
Well, the hashtag not a cop wasn't his choice. The window
Was
inc-
any of this his choice? Okay.
The window incident was his choice, but he looked great doing it, in my opinion. And
Hey
being,
man, what's with that talking picture?
and being smushed by Dobrin was not his
That was
choice.
totally your choice.
He liked
It was a choice of the die, and the die failed him.
It was not his choice. So, internally, yes, Ferris believes the universe is against him because his player feels the same way. That's besides the point.
Oh wow, we got real.
Not just from tonight, but just in general. But Varys just kind of, again, like his player, just kind of like just goes with the flow and just we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Lone Wandering Rogue asks, how many arcs does Barton have planned?
Which this was the really good question that I was saying out to them. Like this is actually a really good question. I'm curious as well.
Yeah.
So many arcs.
There's a lot of arcs that we're gonna move through. This first arc just got a little bit long, just because of, I mean, it's end of April, but weather and life just kind of had gotten away with us. If everything had moved smoothly, we'd be done a month before. So this is just a project. The only
And,
reason we're
that
finishing now.
4 weeks of breaks.
Yeah, 4 weeks of breaks will do
Well,
that.
5 because there was the one where I was gone.
Yeah, there are 5 weeks of non-linear gaming. So we would be done like a month and a half before. So really, that kind of threw off this first season. I would like to have 2 or 3 arcs per season, but judging, just depending on how this one shakes out, it'll be one other arc this season, and then we'll start on the next arc on the next season in the fall. And then Lindy Cat wants to remind Nate that he needs his dunce cap.
I saw it, yeah. I will attempt to remember it next week.
Yeah. But that being said, we'll have our season finale sometime this summer. Season premiere will actually be our game at 2D.
Oh my shit! You hear that, people?
Live show, guys! Live show. It
That's
is going to happen.
I'm just cursing up the storm.
Scheduled for bullet time. For your reference, every Tuesday at 7 p.m. right here on this channel. So make sure you have the notifications on if you're following. Also follow the Twitter for bullet time at Bulette, Bullette, not spelt like the gun bullet, but like the creature bullet. Bulette on Twitter. And that will tweet when the show goes live, and we tweet some interesting stuff occasionally as well pertaining to characters, mostly picking on centaurs. Just because that's the only stuff I can find. There's nothing picking on elephant. Listen, the reason we can't pick on elephant people is because of the Elephant Man.
We're majestic beings.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
we don't want to pick on people with actual deformities. That's wrong. So we can't pick on the Loxodon so much as we can pick on people who are half
The
horse.
Handatar.
The Handatar.
The Handatar.
I'll try to be more inclusive of
Just
party
like
party
paladin
making fun of.
funnies.
Yeah, Paladin funnies, that'll be too.
Barbarian
We'll put
funnies.
some D&D memes in there as well. But yeah, every week, 7 p.m. Central, right here on this channel. Follow Rivet City Limited on Twitch and on Twitter, as well as on
Instagram
and all that, Pinterest.
Yeah, it is
Wherever you can find us. But that being said about 2D, we will have a live show at 2D. That'll be the season 2 premiere, which is going to be fantastic. Fantastico. Working on how to wrap this season before I start on that, but I've already kind of figured out what we're going to start with over there. But that's going to be at 2D, as well as the room party for Rivet City Limited. We are bringing the Tavern, which was a huge hit at Detour, back for year 3 at 2D. So year 3 at 2DCon for Rivet City Limited. Year 1 for Bullet Time at Rivet City Limited. Year 2 at 2D for the Spicy Fan Fiction panel,
Snaps.
which will be great.
I'm not going to volunteer myself this time.
No, you have a replacement. She's sitting next to you.
Hello.
Don't volunteer. Yeah, no shit.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not doing that again.
For those of you who are so inclined to open your wallets, unfortunately, we do not have affiliate status yet on Twitch. But if you are feeling generous, please go to our Patreon. We have some tiers all the way from $1 up to $500. Donate what you like. Donate what you can afford. It's a monthly bit or a one-time thing, whatever you want to do. But it definitely helps us. It helps us get some new equipment. It helps us hopefully move out of this space and into an actual studio space. It'll upgrade the cameras, the microphones, everything that we use to bring the show to you goes directly from that Patreon to this show and all of our other productions here at Rivet City Limited. So it is super helpful if you guys do that. Detour, again, was a massive success. We launched our Patreon just before Detour. Had the Tavern and our Spicy Fan Fiction panel, so thank you all for coming out to see that. Nobody died, except for Nate almost died, but nobody died, so that's a good thing. Zomboy and Dinner, they are still doing their thing. Those are due to come out on Fridays. We're almost done with Resident Evil 2, and we'll be moving on to a new game and new series, and we're going to have guests on Zomboy and Dinner. I have it on good authority that our old pal Hellfire Nate will be in an episode or two.
I've already chose out a pretty good game too.
He's already chosen his game. I'll be on an episode or two. I believe our friend Dan, the Masked Gamer, will also be on an episode or 3. I'm not sure about any of the other folks in the crew, but we will be doing more episodes of that while Zomboy and Dinner roll with that show. Mixology is coming back. Rivet City Mixology. We have a few episodes up. We've recorded a few more. That series is on its return. We don't have a specific date quite yet, but we are almost there for that. Final episodes of Neighborhood Gaming Season 1 are coming up. What's the release dates on those, Bergie?
The date's today, 23rd.
Yes.
Yes, today's the 23rd. What's the normal release day for those?
So ideally we do Thursdays on that, so today's
It'll be the 25th.
25th.
So 25th,
25th?
and then the 2 weeks after the Thursday, and in a week or two.
So it's every 2 weeks.
Yeah, every 2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks is a new episode. Season finale is coming up in 3 weeks.
4 weeks.
4 weeks, in a month. Season finale is in 4 weeks on Neighborhood Gaming, and then I guess it'll be pre-production and production of the next season.
Correct. We're
Sweet.
going to be entering pre-production and production of that.
Excellent. Pre-production for Fear the Mystery Box is beginning this week, which, you need,
Yeah.
that's just a note for me.
Yeah.
Berg just needs me and Red for writing on that. If you haven't
Yes, I
checked
know.
out our original episode or our original video of Mystery Box, go check it out. It is a fantastic video that we shot in a weekend. We shot it in a weekend. We wrote the script in an hour. It's a hilarious video
We bought Taco Bell.
We bought Taco Bell just for this
The
video.
only money spent on that video was fucking Taco Bell.
Yeah.
It really was.
I was shoved in a trunk of a car. Bergie got in a pool with all of his clothes on.
That's still one of the most beautiful
That's one of the best
shots
shots ever.
That was a good shot.
But yeah, there will be more of the Mystery Box series. I believe the Mystery Box also makes a cameo in a couple of our direct action Santa videos.
And just most of our videos.
Most of our videos, the Mystery Box hangs out. He's kind of our little Easter egg. See if you can find him.
Is he in the one with the mask?
Mm-hmm.
We know what talking about. Yes. We know what talking about.
Yeah. So yeah, like I mentioned at the top, you can follow this show, Bullet Time, at Bulette T on Twitter, hashtag Bulette Time. You can find me on Twitter and Twitch, Didact Gaming. You can find that Joker over there at Nate Peterson _ on
yep.
Twitter. American Hellfire on Twitch.
Yes, which, speaking of my Twitch, I will hopefully start getting back into regular streaming. Hopefully, if things work out, starting next Monday at around 8 p.m. Central Daylight Time, because I'm getting my old setup back. And my channel has actually gone through and gotten some branding, so I actually have logos and everything now, which is really cool.
Woo.
And so I'm excited about that, and hopefully we'll be able to start doing everything like that again next Monday.
Yep. On that note, my stream is on hiatus for the next week and a half just because the Bartons are moving to a new abode. Gonna have a new stream space. Stream is gonna go kind of up in value a little bit. Be able to stream a little bit longer. But enough of that. Rivet City Limited, the channel you're on right now. Go ahead, give that a follow, whether on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, all 4 of those. Instagram, 5 of those. Go give us a follow there. Find out what we're up to. Know when things are coming out. Thor's got something?
For those, spoiler alert,
MTG pre-release, I'm guessing, is what you're going to talk about.
I would like to dedicate this episode to a planeswalker who is no longer going to be with us. The death of Gideon Jura was announced this week. So for some of us, it's kind of sad, but it is what it is. Pre-release is this weekend.
Pour one out for my home.
Yeah, pour one out for the homie. If you would like to play with me and get your butt kicked with some Magic this weekend, I'll be at the Game & Go working on 6 o'clock one, so I'll be playing the new one on Saturday and Sunday.
And that's at St. Paul.
St. Paul, Grand Avenue, come find us.
Game & Go at St. Paul.
Versus a new regalia there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a fantastic
it is a
episode.
family circle. See how
And what's crazy about that episode is it takes the whole Rivet City universe and turns it into a black hole singularity because of how networked we are.
We
Jesus
We are.
Christ.
We are.
It features not 1, but 2 members of the local band Jonah and the Whales.
Yes, we do. Yeah.
It's crazy.
Usually
But that's going to be us for the week, guys. We will be back next week, same time, 7 o'clock p.m. Central Time, right here on this channel for more Bullet Time, and hopefully the finale to this Goblins and Getaways arc.
Look, you're going to be happy.
See you next week.
There is.
There is.